Welcome to another episode of the Cumcast. This week's Beer of the Week is the Warlock Pumpkin Style Yam Beer from Southern Tier Brewing Company. Another fabulous beer from Southern Tier Brewing Co. that is out this time of the season. This is a must try, just like the ever so popular Pumpkin Ale. Both of those are must-haves. This is an unbeatable pumpkin recipe, and it was adapted for a stout beer style back in 2011. Dark and mysterious, reignite your senses with Warlock's huge roasted malt character, moderate carbonation, and spice pumpkin aroma. This beer has an 8.6 ABV, so please drink responsibly, everyone. And it has a 3.96 bottle cap rating on Untappd.com. This beer is as good as the Pumpkin. It is literally take a wonderfully full-bodied stout beer with the pumpkin qualities of the Pumpkin beer, or just a very good pumpkin ale. You take those two, you mash them together, they make love in a wonderful way in your mouth. Please do not hesitate to stop and get the wonderful beers at Southern Tier Brewing Company. And go get some today. Everybody, I am proud to pronounce our another first-time guest here on the Cumcast, a friend of the podcast, a brilliant mind, Mr. Camden Headley. Now let's get into the episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cumcast. I am Ryan, as always, your host, and joining me, as always, is the man of the hour, the dude who owns more tank tops than a frat boy, Cody. I only have 3 tank tops, but you wear them all the fucking time. Yeah, I gotta show off my mud flaps. Yeah, we... What? Some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that. But first, welcome, Camden, Mr. Camden Headley. Welcome to the podcast.
Howdy.
Yeah, it's good to have you on, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know when I first asked you, you were kind of like, I don't know if I should. I feel like that's everybody who's never been on a podcast before. They're like, I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's the fact I do work with Camden on a regular basis, and it was just kind of like one of those, Camden doesn't do outside work anything with anybody.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's known about me at work.
Yeah, Camden doesn't do anything outside of work, and I broke him like a wild stallion that he is.
Yeah, that's right.
So he doesn't do any work outside activities, so I was like, hey, man, you want to be on the podcast? And you're like, What do we do? I was like, just talk. And he's like, what do I fucking wear?
I am dressed up. It's more work wear, though.
Yeah. Camden's wardrobe never changes. This is what he wears every day, all day. Which you can't go wrong with. You cannot go wrong with a man that dresses business casual every day. Yeah. Because you always look great for every situation. Exactly. You cannot go wrong with that. I mean, literally, like the Fab Five from Queer Eye, they'd be 100% proud of you.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd be 100%
glad I
proud
meet that
of
metric. That's cool with me.
Yeah, shit. They'd be very proud of you. But so welcome, Camden. Thanks for coming on. We hope you all have had a great. When's this episode coming out? Monday. We hope you all had a great weekend. We hope you all have. Staying safe out there, wearing your mask, the mask ban. You don't fucking have to. No, you don't have to wear your mask. But
in 2 weeks, right?
It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks in People
Indiana. Already got their shit down.
Yeah, 2 weeks in Indiana. I know the mask, we're moving to stage 5, so the mask ban is technically going away.
You can sit at the bars now again.
Right. So there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that.
I guess it's to each their own, which is, it always has been ever since this whole thing started.
It's literally every man for himself.
Basically, you got the rebels who are like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. Government can't make me wear a fucking mask. And then you got everybody else who's just following the rules and doesn't want to die. So.
Right.
So is this state or federal?
I think it's only state. I think it's always
That's
only,
that's how they made it.
I think it's always only been state. Yeah.
It's only been state. It's only been state.
So if I leave the state, I have to wear the mask.
Maybe.
It depends what everybody else's shit is.
Oh,
so
God.
I guess if you're gonna go over to Illinois, I think
well,
they're pretty
honestly,
uptight.
As being somebody that's left the state recently on vacation to Tennessee, it wasn't that bad.
You said nobody really gave a shit down there.
Nobody gave a fuck in Nashville. Nobody gives a shit if they wear a mask in Nashville.
Well, I feel like that was Kentucky too. Everybody knows Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't give a shit either, and that's why they had like the biggest outbreaks because nobody gave a shit.
Well, that in Texas, but also it's because the populations are so large and people are so close together. But when we were in Nashville, nobody really cared. We did wear our masks everywhere. When we were walking on the street, if there was a lot of space between us and other people, we didn't usually wear them. The only time we wore them is if we walked in a building or if somebody was getting ready to walk past us or if they were in the 6 feet, that's when we would that's when we would wear our actual masks.
Right.
Other than that, it can be avoided in certain situations.
Well, I know when we went to that brewery, a while back, I asked you, I was like, did those people have masks on when they walked out? And you're like, no.
And I was like, all right. I said yes, though. Yeah, they actually did.
Did they really?
They did.
Oh, you told me fucking no.
I said yes. I said yes after the fact.
Telling stories.
Yeah, I said yes after the fact. But speaking of mud flaps, Ryan and I, obviously last week we talked about us going on our birthday brewery trip to Brewing. In Plainfield, Indiana, which was a great trip, a great brewery. For those of you who don't know, I've lost a lot of weight, and obviously that comes with extra skin. Well, I was a little drunk on our way home, and Ryan drove, and I had my arm out the window. Well, it just so happens that the wind caught it just right, and it was waving like the American flag in the wind. It was
disgusting.
It was disgusting, but I couldn't help but laugh at my own skin flap.
Like if you've seen what I would think Adam Sandler's worst movie, Click. Like when
That's Adam Sandler's worst movie?
I fucking think it
is. Camden.
What?
Yeah.
Camden is...
I think it's his worst.
Okay. I was about to make a joke about, does that make your tattoos look like moving picture shows? But now you got to get on to this topic.
Okay. So those of you... So Camden being a first-time guest, Camden is a guy that is a big...
You can talk shop about movies.
Yeah, Cam's a big movie buff. He's a big movie buff. So let's get into this situation.
I think it's the worst Adam Sandler movie.
Okay, well, let's start with how many Adam Sandler movies have you seen?
Quite a bit.
So you're saying it's better than like Jack and Jill, or it's worse than Jack and Jill?
I actually like Jack and Jill.
I
thought it was fucking
He's about to come at you right now. You better have your facts right.
Okay.
I thought Jack and Jill was funny. The whole double persona. He was both characters. I thought it was funny. Well, Al Pacino sucked in that movie, but I thought it was...
We have exact opposite opinions.
Really? You thought Al Pacino was good in that movie?
Al Pacino has turned into a caricature of himself, and that movie basically just allowed him to be the most Al Pacino he could possibly be.
Outrageous guy.
Jill from Jack and Jill is just Adam Sandler, like basically doing like his little Nicky voice at a higher tenor.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to it.
No, it's still funny though.
That movie is basically Adam Sandler's version of Norbit. You ever seen Norbit?
Yeah, I've seen Norbit.
Like and granted, Norbit's also a terrible movie.
Actually, Norbit is.
I thoroughly enjoyed Norbit.
Norbit is how Cheyenne asked me out. She's like, "You got a girlfriend?" I go, "No." And she goes, "You do now." That's how Cheyenne asked me out.
I actually like Norbit.
So you just have. Do you
I'm not like
terrible movies?
Kinda, yeah, because I loved like sci-fi movies and shit.
We both have the same preferences on movies.
So, okay. So
like,
roll back.
I think Lava Lantula is garbage, but I still enjoy watching it.
Well, so there's bad movies that are trying to be bad, like Sharknado and Giant Ass Spider. You ever seen that one?
I haven't.
Excellent. And then there's just bad movies like Norbit and Jack and Jill, where they're trying to be good, but they're just so bad.
See, I enjoy both of them. Because I've talked to people before, and they're like severe movie critics. Like they'll have definitely like the more mainstream shit, like superhero movies and like Star Wars and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, it's garbage. It doesn't follow the comic books or it doesn't follow any of this plot or anything like that. I just go to watch movies to get entertained. That's why I watch movies. I'm not a huge critic on it. Either I like it or I don't like it. If I find it funny and I laugh, then I like it. And, But the first time I watched Norbit, I thought it was so insane and ridiculous, especially like the turkey ass part and the crazy Asian guy in it. I think he's hilarious.
We're easily entertained.
We are.
Okay. Then explain to me why you think Click is a bad movie compared to like
I didn't say it was
The Ridiculous Six or
that. Okay. That was pretty bad too. I don't think Click is a bad movie. I just think it was one of his worst movies he's ever done.
Is it because it's not as funny?
No, I think it's got quite a bit of funny parts in it. I just never cared for it.
I mean, the movie is a super massive downer.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does have like the skin flap. That's a pretty good part.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole point of the movie is like, don't let your life go by or whatever.
Yeah, it's
sad.
Mega downer.
It's basically sad.
Yeah.
So
plus, he wants to skip time, and his wife is Kate Beckinsale, right?
Uh-huh.
Who's want to skip time with Kate Beckinsale?
Adam Sandler does.
Adam Sandler.
He's got that $600 million contract with Netflix.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Okay, so there's a few upcoming movies. Are you going to go see Borat 2?
So I actually very much like Sacha Baron Cohen.
I think he's great too.
I've watched Ollie G. I've watched Borat. I've watched Bruno. I think they're all pretty great.
I thought Bruno was like over the top weird.
Oh.
They're all weird.
Yeah, they are all weird.
But that's who he is, and he makes a shitload of money for doing that stuff.
And he's married to Amy Adams, which good for him.
Because he is kind of ugly.
Sacha Baron Cohen is like a mud man. He's like the Greys that supposedly live in the moon. That's what he looks like.
I don't know. If I picked somebody to sell fruit on the side of the road, it would be him. It would be him.
If you went to a busted ass yoga studio in a shitty part of town, Sacha Baron Cohen is your yoga instructor.
If I walked into a gas station in Afghanistan, he would be the guy behind the counter. Basically.
What the fuck? Okay.
He just looks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
A deserted gas station.
Took a turn.
Oh, well. Anyway, are you going to see the is it Hubie Halloween? Hubby Halloween?
It's Hubie Halloween. Camden and I talked about that today.
Really?
And he is not going to watch it.
No. Yeah, I've gone to the point of no return with Adam Sandler. Uncut Gems was pretty good. But anything, like we said earlier today, anything that his company like produces, dog shit.
Yeah.
There's what's that David Spade movie where he's like,
The Wrong Missy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't like that movie?
No.
I thought it was fucking funny. That girl, he wasn't that funny, but I loved the girl in it.
I liked the girl. The girl.
Fucking Hellstar? Are you kidding me? That was a good bit.
Yeah, the girl in the movie was probably my favorite part.
She was...
Lauren Lapkus.
She was very funny.
Now, have you seen, what was the other one? Where David Spade is the father of this kid?
Oh, father-in-law? No. It's not father-in-law, is it? No, it's, shit. He's a redneck. He's basically Joe Dirt, but a dad.
It might be father-in-law. I didn't think that movie was
Father of the Year.
Father of the Year.
That's what it's Netflix.
Did you ever see that?
I don't think I've seen this one.
Really?
Have you ever seen Joe Dirt 2?
No, I haven't. David Spade...
It is fucking garbage.
He's pretty... Once Chris Farley died, R.I.P., I don't feel like David Spade has really contributed a whole lot.
Yeah.
As far as movies go.
I honestly feel like I feel like
anybody can piggyback.
I feel like Joe Dirt 2 is the biggest piece of waste of time
it is
I've ever This is the biggest waste of time I've ever had in my life.
In his like contract, you can't even mention it whenever you interview him.
Yeah.
You can't mention it. It's in his like his shit.
Really?
Yeah. That's cannot talk about it. Because it was like individually funded, wasn't it?
Bro, it was the biggest hour and a half waste of time you've ever had in your life.
Fucking garbage.
Like, it's more of a waste of time than coming on this podcast.
Like he ate French fries and ketchup. He ate French fries and ketchup off of fucking a shit meteor. But then this one, he goes back in time in the trailer, like with the Wizard of Oz. That's what it is. He goes back in time.
Back in time?
Back in time.
It's like Back to the Future, but like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. He goes up in a trailer.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's fucking stupid.
Goes back in time to when?
Back in the day, like back to
because he lost Brandy.
Back to the original
Brandy left
movie.
him.
Yeah, back to the
Brandy
original
left him in the very beginning, and he wanted to go back in time to find out what he
did
got
wrong.
her. No, it's what he got her to get her attention in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they got attracted to each other, and like some rock stars in it who
they had like
nobody knows.
Kids. They had like 3 kids.
Kid Rock.
No, it's not Kid Rock.
No, it's another guy. Let me look it up. But yeah, it's another guy. It's another rock star.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him, but I guess he's kind of popular. He reminds me of Jackal, kind of like they're not that popular, but a lot of people know him. It is Dallas Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Dallas Taylor is.
I don't either.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
I think that's what it is.
No, it's Mark McGrath.
Oh, Sugar Ray.
Yeah, Sugar Ray. Yeah, it's Mark McGrath. Yeah, Mark McGrath is in there.
I mean, I know who Mark McGrath is.
Yeah.
Where you seen that?
Right there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Mark McGrath.
Huh. 1965 Rory Yacht. Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, him and...
God, look at that picture of Christopher Walken. God, they need to update that shit.
Yeah, but so in the movie, basically, him and Brandy, they're broken up and they have like 3 kids, and each of them have like molds and shit, and it's terrible. It's the biggest waste of time ever. They have like so many good actors in it, but it's just garbage.
Well, this other guy's in here is Dallas Taylor. He's an American musician who was a vocalist on a southern metal band, Maylene, and the Son of Disaster.
Well, never heard of him.
Me either.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't. It was the biggest waste of fucking time ever.
It was horrible.
So this was self-funded, so it was not Happy Gilmore?
Was it a crowdfunded thing?
It was an individually funded movie.
I don't think it was definitely
Madison would have paid for that fucking garbage.
Like the first one was great. We're definitely not making a second one.
Yeah, the first Joe Dirt, you just can't do any better than that. What do you think about Joe Dirt?
So Joe Dirt is possibly the only solo Spade movie I think is legitimately great.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard the story about him almost getting murdered one night, David Spade?
I did hear about that.
So David Spade, I heard it on a podcast. He had a personal assistant.
He did it with Theo's, right?
Yeah, I think so. With Theo Vaughn. So he had a personal assistant, and this guy, he's a bigger guy, and obviously David Spade, tiny human. The guy kept going to David for, like, to put him in a role in a movie. Well, and he's been his personal assistant for a long time, which is fine. And he just kept, people get busy, and, he just kept forgetting to basically talk to him about it and sit down with him, and he never got a chance to. Well, he kept asking him. Well, it got to the point where he just, I can't remember what he did, but he wound up having to fire him. And not long after that, the guy snuck into his house. What the fuck? What was that? Is my apartment falling apart? What was that?
It looks like insulation.
Oh, great. The insulation coming out of my fucking...
Vent?
Fucking, yeah, I have my vent. What the hell is going on? But anyway, so he has to fire him. And
he fired him for some reason, I don't remember. And then he ended up like sneaking into his house late at night, and David woke up.
And he had a gun.
And he had a gun.
He was going to shoot David Spade.
Yeah.
Jesus
and
Christ.
luckily David fought for his life, basically, and the guy wound up getting arrested and going to prison. Yeah, so
and like they talked to him, he said he was gonna basically like kill him and then kill himself or whatever. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Let's see. Oh, stun gun. It was a stun gun. Yeah, David Spade actually did get stun gun like multiple times.
And this dude's a fucking giant man.
Yeah, he weighed like 300 pounds. A huge dude. So when he offered us a few details, so he said, I've been playing it down, explained Spade. The 36-year-old co-star of the television comedy show Just Shoot Me. He stressed that he doesn't want his former personal assistant to go to jail. He wants them to get help for personal problems that allegedly motivated him to assault him. The November 29th, so this happened a few years ago, allegedly by David Warren, and they called him Skippy. Skippy, it was a painful and scary as it gets, Spade said. Malloy, once a trusted friend, suddenly turned on me. The slightly built Spade added...
The Los Angeles Times are throwing shade.
The slightly built Spade.
Yeah.
I think that's a fucking compliment.
Yeah, added, without a trace of his famed sarcasm, I thought I was dying. I'm scared of the guy. On Tuesday, Supreme Court judge in Beverly Hills offered Spade some legal protection. Judge Eldon Fox ordered Malloy, who weighs more than 300 pounds, to stay at least 100 yards from Spade, who can't weigh more than 125 pounds soaking wet. Why? What is this?
Let's not, man.
What is this fucking garbage?
Yeah, and, not a fan of David Spade.
Yeah, and at the urging of Deputy District Attorney Wendy Segal, the judge also ordered Malloy to refrain from any attempts to contact or communicate with the actor. So the guy is 30, and he entered a not guilty plea in charges of residential burglary and assault with a stun gun in connection with the attack of Spade's Beverly Hills home. So Spade received minor injuries in the struggle. Spade called 911 at 6:22 a.m. to report a burglary in progress. By the time police arrived, the intruder had fled. Malloy was arrested later that day. Spade did not attend the brief hearing, and Malloy was subdued as he stood before the judge in a dark jacket, beige corduroy slab. Why does it matter what the fuck he's wearing? He offered no comment as deputies escorted him and his lawyer, Howard Lowe, away from news cameras and into a courthouse elevator.
Huh.
Let's
I
see.
don't know.
And as
that's what it was, because he thought...
Spade's quoted saying there's a lot more to the actual story, but on Theo, I believe it was on Theo Vaughn's podcast.
He thought somebody was robbing him, so he called the cops.
And it turned out to be his, literally, Skippy, whatever his fucking nickname was, who was his personal assistant for probably less than a decade, but more than 5 years, something like that. And literally, it's just like, you walk downstairs and there's a fucking, your supposed friend is downstairs and he's trying to fucking harm you.
Yeah.
And apparently, the slightly built David Spade.
Yeah.
Well, he might have been soaking wet, so he might have been at least 125.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was crazy hearing the story. It's just that's fucking, because I think he said he got shocked by the stun gun at least 2 or 3 times. And the dude is huge. And can you imagine? The dude's gonna fucking kill you.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it just shows you never know, who the fuck
Yeah, it
you're
proves
around.
that guy's a pussy because
any actor
weighs him by fucking 200 pounds.
So any actors, if you listen to this podcast, which I doubt you do, hire your personal assistants at least once, so they'll leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, you could have just murdered him, no problem, but you had to use a stun gun, so whatever.
Well, I believe he said he was trying to stun him basically so that he could just fucking murk him, I guess, murder him. I don't know. He was hoping to probably incapacitate him, but it's David Spade. I mean, just, I don't know, hit him or something.
He's a giant guy.
David Spade is a giant man. He's a giant man baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's a giant man baby.
That's bizarre. That doesn't make any sense. He would just come in and stun gun him a couple times, and then David Spade had already called the cops?
He called the cops for a burglary. And then when the guy, whenever they met, it's somewhere, wherever at in the house, he walked up to him and was wondering what he was doing here, and he stunned him. And I guess obviously during the story, he said that he was able to struggle, but he got stunned a couple times, and he was able to actually get away before he could get murdered, pretty much. Literally, David Spade could be dead right now. And if that's the case, Joe Dirt 2 would never existed, and then I wouldn't have wasted an hour and a half.
Okay, you bought it.
I did buy it, and I threw it away.
Oof.
I threw it away. It was like $12, and I bought it, and we watched it, and I was
it came out like a year before that,
and
you were wondering why it was $12.
And I after we watched it, I threw it away. Like I didn't even want to give it to anybody.
No, you did. You kept it for a while.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember. I wound up throwing it away though. I wound up throwing it away.
I hope so.
I don't have it anymore.
Hey, you just like hot garbage.
So was it kind of like Anchorman 2, where it's just like all the jokes were just continuations of jokes from the first movie? Or?
No, it was
a
whole new set of characters. Besides Brandy and Joe Dirt, it was all new characters. Every single person was different.
Kickin' Wing was in there.
Kickin' Wing was also in there, but obviously that was like 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I'm pretty sure everybody else was different. Like there wasn't the same. The antagonist was different. Obviously it was Mark McGrath was the antagonist in it.
He did meet Leonard Skinner. He went back far enough in time where he did meet Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, it was literally like Back to the Future.
Died.
It was Back to the Future. So think of like Richie Rich when he goes and sees the Rolling Stones, like that. And he's like, hey guys, keep playing. And like when he meets the Rolling Stones, and he's like, man, you guys are awesome. And they turn out to be the fucking Rolling Stones. And yeah.
Did they actually get Leonard Skinner?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because
most
of them are
dead. They died in a plane crash.
That's the thing. That's the thing in the movie. He went back in time before
they were like 20s.
Yeah,
they were like 20s.
Before they died, and they're like, "Oh man, we're in a band." They're like, "Oh, what's your name?" It's like Leonard Skinner. He's like,
"No, it was something stupid." And he's like, "You know what you call? You know what sounds like a good name? Leonard Skinner." Like that does sound pretty good.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Don't get on any planes." And yeah, basically,
only one of them from Leonard Skinner is alive. And I think only one person from Def Leppard's alive, too. Really? I think those are the only two, I believe.
I thought all of Leonard Skinner died.
No, there's still one that's alive, and he's in a band.
Really?
I think he has, like, one arm.
No. The drummer from Def Leppard has one arm.
Right, that guy. But there's only one guy from Leonard Skinner still alive.
Well, I thought his son took over.
Might be.
I believe the lead singer, Van Zant? Eddie Van? I can't remember his name. But the son took over as the lead singer's son.
Right. And then you got the lead singer of Journey, because
Stephen Perry.
Yeah, Stephen Perry died. And that dude, he's from the Philippines, and he's fine. Have you ever seen him? A video of him? He's fucking awesome.
I'm not tracking. Steve Perry died?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
When'd he die?
You better be fucking right.
I heard Eddie Van Halen died 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Or maybe it was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
I could be wrong. No, he's 71. He ain't dead yet.
Oh, you fucking liar.
Either way. So the lead singer of Journey is Filipino.
Yeah. And?
Oh, the new lead singer you're saying.
Yeah, okay. The new lead singer. He's Filipino, and he's in his 20s. And where's he at? Is that him?
No.
Arnel Pineda?
He was born in 59. That's not him.
That's not him.
What?
That's him. There he is.
Whoa.
Yeah. They found him on YouTube. He's been singing for
okay.
Lead singer replacement up top.
Right that's not a flattering picture. He looks like a K-pop star.
Yeah,
he does.
But they found him making YouTube videos, and he lived in the Philippines, and they had him come and try out. It was like the rock star with Mark Wahlberg.
I would say that's literally the plot.
Literally, that is like his life is the rock star from with Mark Wahlberg. They had him try out, and then he became the lead singer of the fucking Journey, and then he's been the lead singer for a while now.
Nipples.
Yeah. What?
I wonder if he's got 3 nipples. Mark Wahlberg has 3 nipples.
Mark Wahlberg has 3 nipples?
Yeah, look this up. I'm like 90% sure Mark Wahlberg has 3 nipples.
Damn, we're unveiling all kinds of stuff. Well, we know Tom Cruise has 1 front tooth, so we've already talked about that.
Yeah. Have you seen that? Tom Cruise, the way his mouth is shaped, one of his front teeth are right
directly in the middle?
Directly in the center.
Okay, we're going to have to see this as well.
All right,
Yeah, right there.
You sure that's a nipple, though?
It says Mark Wahlberg reveal he has a third nipple.
Do they edit it out in his pictures, I'm guessing?
That does look like a mole, but...
I don't know.
It's got nipple hair on it.
Why don't you zoom in and shit, bro?
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Let's go back to the actual website. So, reveals he has a third nipple. That's crazy. I remember Ryan. I used to say that Ryan had a third nipple because one of his nipples, like the tip of it's like
just all fucked up looking.
It's like cockeyed. So I was like, you either got 3 nipples, or I'm just gonna call you cockeyed titty.
He revealed it to Will Ferrell. I can't wait to see what Will Ferrell had to say about it. That's
He's probably like, hey, you want to be in Daddy's home with me?
Fucking emails.
So Mark Wahlberg revealed on this morning's Good Morning Britain that he has a third nipple as shocked Will Ferrell looked on. The pair appeared on the breakfast talk show to promote their new film Daddy's Home 2 as part of a quiz. I fucking called that. You're like, hey, I got 3 nipples. You want to be on Daddy's Home with me? I didn't even know this. As part of a quiz round testing how well the pair knew each other, it was revealed that Wahlberg has 3 nipples, a fact that Ferrell didn't know. The third nipple, I'm not aware of that, Ferrell stated, before Wahlberg nodded, yes, I never made a point of showing it.
It doesn't come up in casual conversation?
No. It's just, I mean, I don't think that I don't think that'd come up. Like when I
didn't see it in Boogie Nights.
When I started dating
so
Cheyenne, I'm like, so when I started dating Cheyenne, I wasn't just like, how many vaginas do you have?
I mean,
it's obviously one.
I hope you got one.
Yeah, and it's just it's just not one of those things. You're just like, how many nipples you got, Cheyenne? And then she's just like, how many you want me to have? I don't know, something crazy like that.
Interesting. I feel like it's not a third nipple. It's just like a red mark. It's just a birthmark.
He has acknowledged it's a third nipple. He acknowledges it.
He acknowed he has. So
like,
for it to be an actual
scientific?
Okay, so for it to be an actual nipple, it has to have an areola.
Dear Dr.
You
Drew.
have to have for it to be a nipple, it has to be like an actual areola.
I don't know if I agree with that.
For it to be an actual nipple, if it's not, it's just a mole.
No. The tip part is the nipple.
Yeah, but you have to have like the actual. Okay, so no, I guess you're right. Maybe Mark Wahlberg's a witch, and that's where his fucking like familiar feeds.
Probably.
He's got like a pet ferret and just like feeds on his fucking rib cage.
Maybe he absorbed his twin in the womb, and all that's left is his twin's nipple.
Yeah. Can you imagine another Wahlberg making shitty hamburgers?
I just wonder if it gets hard when it's cold
Wahlberg?
out.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good question.
I just wonder if it gets hard when it's cold out.
I don't know, but I wonder if that was his real dick in Boogie Nights.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Because have you seen his fucking dick in Boogie Nights?
Yeah, it looks like this fucking microphone.
It puts that microphone to shame, sir.
Yeah.
I love how
he's got a hammer in that movie.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, the best part.
You've never seen it, and I was like, "Have you seen Boogie Nights?" And then you're like, "No," and I was like, "I don't give a shit if you watch the whole movie. You gotta watch that fucking end 2 minutes."
I watched the whole movie.
Yeah, I was like, "You gotta watch the end."
The ending 2 minutes is the best part because he's just like.
He's like, I'm a star. And I was just like, Jesus fucking
And he's just staring at this massive fucking Evian bottle.
I just remember I can't remember, I think it was a weekend and it was on Netflix and I was just watching it at home and he gets in the mirror and he's just like, he's like, oh yeah, he's back. And he's just like, he just unbuttoned his pants up and just like reaches down to his fucking knee and just flops out this big hog. And he's just like, I'm a star. And I was like, what the fuck? they didn't do anything to reveal that the entire movie.
Right.
Like he supposedly has a big dick.
The only shot of Mark Wahlberg was when he's banging that girl in high school at the beginning of the movie and he's wearing underwear and you can't even tell if it's like it's that damn big. And then he flops it out and it's a fucking anaconda in his pants.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That movie's awesome too, though.
It is a great movie.
That is an awesome movie. What freaked me out though was when Billy, or no, that's not Billy. Is it Billy? No, that's not Billy Bob Thornton. Who is that guy?
The dude who blows his brains out.
The old man. The old man.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds. That's who it is. When Burt Reynolds gets out of the car with that dude. When they were driving around town with that girl, the roller skate girl.
Yeah.
And he just starts like beating the shit out of him, and then she starts
she
kicking
gets
his fucking face in with skates.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Roller Girl, man.
That movie. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And then Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Is an awesome character in that.
Yeah.
He's an awesome character in that. And then you have
it was weird though, like how cool it was. Like if another guy tried to make out with you,
is it weird? Okay, so is it weird that the?
But I feel like it happened all the time back in the day.
Okay, so the black guy from that movie is the same dude that plays fucking Iron Man.
Yeah,
like he's the second Iron Man.
Don Cheadle?
No, the black guy. That's not his name. The black guy from that's not his.
The second you're talking about War Machine.
Well, not the second Iron Man, but he's the black guy from Iron Man that wears the suit.
He steals Iron Man's suit.
Okay, hold on. There's two of them. There's Terrence Howard, who was in the first Iron Man.
That guy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy, Terrence Howard. He's.
I don't even remember him.
Yeah, he's the black actor from Boogie Nights.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy too. You have like all these roles that people played in their younger days, and then it's just like, does anybody remember that Leonardo DiCaprio played Gilbert Grape?
No, it's Don Cheadle.
It is Don Cheadle.
It's Don Cheadle.
Is it Don? That's his name?
Okay,
yeah.
so that's... Okay, I'm back on
that
track.
doesn't sound like a black guy name.
It's Don Cheadle.
At all.
Okay,
Don Cheadle?
What about... You ever seen 30 Rock with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is not a black guy's name. That's a British guy's name.
Wesley Snipes is not a British guy's name.
Wesley Snipes.
No. Okay, so Don Cheadle.
I mean, they do have black British guys, though, so...
Yeah, I guess you're right. We don't mean anything by that. It just doesn't sound...
My example was from a TV show.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we don't mean anything by that.
It doesn't sound like a black guy.
Yeah, we don't mean anything.
It's like, what's your name? Wesley. Wesley. It's not fucking Tupac like everybody else.
Whoa. Okay. Well, okay. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Please apologize.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah, we are not going that far. Sorry, everybody. We don't mean anything by that. Just jokes. 100%. But, yeah, it's crazy how, like, does anybody remember that Leonardo DiCaprio played Arnie from Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
He's great in that movie.
I know. He is great in that movie. That's why he's Leonardo DiCaprio. But it's just the fact that you look back and it's Leonardo DiCaprio. He goes from playing Arnie in Gilbert Grape, and now he's floating into the ocean on a fucking door.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. And then now he's I can't remember his name from the Revenant. I can't remember his actual name. But from that
Does it
movie.
matter?
No, not really.
Oh, if it goes from the Revenant to Great Gatsby to fucking everything.
Yeah. And probably my favorite movie with Leonardo DiCaprio is
Catch Me If You Can?
No, well, yeah, that's a really good one too. Catch Me If You Can's a really good one. No, it's the one where he's the stockbroker.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. That's an awesome movie.
That's a really good movie.
You cannot beat that movie.
Did you ever see Blood Diamonds?
Yes.
That's a great movie.
That's an awesome movie too. What is that? The other guy's name? He's been in a lot of movies.
I don't know. You keep pulling up a fucking IMDb, and I don't know these people.
Oh, oh man.
The other co-star in that. I can't remember.
The black guy. Blood Diamond movie, bro.
That was made in 2006. I can't pronounce that. He plays Solomon in the movie. Do you want to take a crack at that?
Oh boy. Jamon Hounsou.
Hounsou. But anyway, great actor too.
He's a guy from
Never Back Down.
Guardians of the Galaxy, where he goes
Yes.
Star-Lord, and he goes, who?
Yeah. Yeah. Also Never Back Down.
He's been in a bunch. He was in Hansel and Gretel too. He was a bad guy in Hansel and Gretel.
That's right. Yeah, he was. He was
transformed into a dragon.
One of the warlocks or witches or whatever they are.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Jeremy Rayner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that one.
That's actually a really good movie. You probably like it.
And it's okay.
Now,
I fucking hate Van Helsing, and I assume that movie is a worse Van Helsing.
Why do you hate Van Helsing?
It's a worse Van Helsing, but I love Van Helsing.
Why do you hate Van Helsing?
I mean, dude, where do I even start? What a wasted concept. Like,
have you watched the Van Helsing show where it's the female role?
That one is fucking garbage.
Is it?
But I watched all of it.
It's on.
All right.
So
it was something to do.
Why is it such a bad concept?
I mean, what a waste I mean, what a waste of Kate Beckinsale, though, for one.
True.
She gets thrown through the fucking roof of a house.
Yeah.
And is like, oh, dust off my shoulders. Let's keep going.
Right.
He tackles her onto a couch at the end of the movie, and she dies instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? He didn't bite her.
But he was also a werewolf.
Oh, so getting thrown from like 200 yards up, landing in a house.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Cool.
There was
totally
also
cool.
that other one where she, what did she do? She landed on the tree and like got wrapped around like hit 3 or 4 branches and landed on her fucking feet, and she's like, ugh, and like lands on her feet, and she's like, okay, and then she starts running again.
Let's not forget, Hugh Jackman is a wonderful actor. Are you about to shit on Hugh Jackman?
No.
I'm saying he's not good in that movie.
No, he's a wonderful actor, but I was going to say it was kind of a letdown. Now, the Wolverine movies like Logan, that I actually enjoyed Logan.
And then Dracula's children are born dead.
Right.
That has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's the first time I've ever
He's born
seen.
dead.
He's born dead.
Camden is shitting all over everybody's
But that's the thing.
expectations right now.
But I feel like, is that like the only movie that they had like Dracula's children in it? I haven't seen any of them.
The only movie that would even come close to that is like I, Frankenstein with what's his name in it from
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart.
That's true, but they weren't children; they were demons.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. I can't really think of anything, and they weren't even like Dracula's children. They were just like giant fucking bats.
It's a trope of vampires that they can't have kids. It's the whole point of it.
Right.
You live forever, but you can't have attachments. But it's like, nah, these guys are they're bone dead.
Neither of us have kids. None of us have kids. So I feel like that's probably not that big of a disadvantage to not have kids.
I don't know.
I mean,
True.
I do.
Could have some better looking ones.
Now,
That are just fucking,
we both have
ass bats.
Does anybody know? Nobody in your family has kids yet, do they? Right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So none of us. Okay. So our cousin has kids. Both of our cousins have kids. They're great. But when I see everybody else out in public that has kids, it's fucking terrible, and it's annoying. Did I ever tell you when we went to the zoo in Nashville, I almost watched this little girl get kicked by a fucking kangaroo?
Damn, no.
So when we were at did I tell it on here? I think I did.
I think you did.
So I'll just go ahead and repeat it. So we went to the zoo in Nashville on our vacation, and there was a kangaroo exhibit, and there's like joeys and pouches and everything. They just had their babies not too long before that. Well, the kangaroos are sunbathing in the middle of the walkway. You just walk right through it. Well, when they're sunbathing, asleep, you can walk up behind them and pet them on the back. You only pet them on the back. Very stressingly, only pet them on the back. The entire way through the zoo, there's this girl and this little girl and this little boy, and their mom did not give a fuck. Did not give a shit. No,
and that's what I was saying. This is how they got fucking Harambe.
Yeah, she just
This is how they fuck. That's how they got Harambe.
Yeah,
he was chilling in a fucking cage. I had done this before. He was chilling in a fucking cage, minding his own fucking business, and a baby fell down in there, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he was just playing with it, and they shot his ass.
He's just playing with the baby. We went through this before, and the little kid that
hot take.
Yeah, and the little kid that got eaten by the alligator at Disney World. That's I have no sympathy for
learn how to
that
fucking
baby
read.
and those people. I have sympathy for the baby.
You guys are monsters.
We're fucking monsters.
We're just talking about dead babies, and you're like, nah, it was their fault. They're babies.
No, it was the parents' fault. It wasn't the baby's fault.
You don't let a baby swim. Okay, and you don't let a baby fall in a fucking gorilla cage.
Come on, Camden. If you were a parent, and you let your baby get close enough to a gorilla cage that it falls 2 stories down into the water.
Oh, you can't do that because then he'd be a victim technically. So let's just say you were there at the zoo the same time, and you had a kid the same age, and you were watching their kid and they didn't, and then you're just like, well, they should. And you were an animal lover. That's your favorite animal, gorillas.
Yeah.
And Harambe was dope. Like, he even wore like a flat bill and shit sometimes. And you're just like,
and he listened to rap music.
And he was cool, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Harambe. And you had like a little foam finger and shit. And you're just like, kid fell down there, is like, that mom is a horrible mom.
You make solid points. I guess I'm in favor of dying babies.
No, let's be honest. Nobody on this podcast is in favor of dying babies. It's very sad. Are the parents terrible? Yes. Do I feel? I feel bad for the children knowing that they aren't alive anymore.
They fucking capped Harambe, but that other one, that one was still alive.
I think the Harambe.
Now the baby that became alligator food. I mean,
it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's pretty rough.
But I mean, your sign was no swimming. There's alligators.
Yeah, and who swims in a fucking swamp? He just goes like,
let's get our feet wet in this swamp.
Florida rednecks.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good Florida redneck accent, though, I will say.
Let's cut our feet wet in this swamp.
Let's get our feet wet.
Mother, can I get my feet wet in the swamp?
So Camden, you are I understand you are a jazz music fan. Tell us about that. What is it?
This is a turn.
Okay, so what is it like to I guess what's it like to like jazz music?
I mean,
I don't know anybody that likes jazz. I'm sorry, you're
What's
the
it
only...
like to not have taste in music?
Okay.
It ain't no Cardi B, man. No.
Okay. I mean, jazz is... It's one of the most technically proficient musics. I can kind of enjoy the craft. This is getting really serious somehow. I enjoy the craft of jazz music, whereas like a country song is just you take a guitar, you twang it, and you sing about tractors and dogs.
Right.
Like any fucking person can sing country music, and clearly any person has sang country music and been successful. Jazz is like you are a legitimate musician in a way that like a lot of people like. I love AC/DC, great music,
right?
But I wouldn't say like other than like Angus, I wouldn't say the rest of them are like super high level,
kind of dime a dozen type of thing.
Yeah, like it's you rock hard,
right?
But it's not like super technically proficient. If you're playing like a trumpet or whatever, like Louis Armstrong,
you can hear every note.
I feel like there's a difference between being like you're a musician, you play in like a rock band, and then you're a jazz musician where it's kind of more of an art form. It's
all an art form, but you can hear every note. It's every note being played.
It gets more technical when you get to like wind and orchestra and like and jazz and shit like that.
Yeah, I just had to. I don't know anybody that likes jazz music, so I just know
Cheyenne does.
Huh?
Cheyenne does.
Well, she's my girlfriend, so. Yeah, I don't really know anybody that likes a lot of jazz music, and you don't really like a lot of other music besides that.
I'm rhythm, blues, rock, jazz. I'm very hipster that way.
Right.
I think.
And Camden is single, and he's a responsible. He's a responsible adult.
Yeah.
For any of you,
from what I know about Camden, he's a responsible adult.
Yeah.
Okay, well, God, gorge. I wasn't aware this was a dating thing.
It's not a dating thing.
They tried to do that shit to me too. Shy came on the podcast and she's like, and I will stick up for anybody and I'm going to pick the right people. And I was like, what's going on? They're just like, if anybody out there is single, and I was like, we're really fucking doing this?
That's a setup.
Yeah, it was.
So let's get into a little bit. About what time are we at? We got plenty of time.
50.
How much time you got?
I got nothing to do.
Cool. So what? Let's get into a little bit about you. So where?
We have been doing that.
More or less
okay.
him.
We never did look up Tom Cruise either.
Oh yeah,
I do want to see this too.
Okay, we'll look up Tom Cruise real quick.
So it's like a snaggletooth. That's insane.
No, he has perfect teeth. It's
like
just one's in front.
It's like an offset.
It's like he got kicked in the
mouth,
jaw.
Okay, so
his teeth are perfect.
You're probably gonna want to put like teeth in.
Right? See, find a better one. Where you smiling?
What?
Right there. See, directly in the center.
You gotta find a better one than that.
Yeah,
You got a better angle.
do like Tom Cruise.
Cody, click
teeth.
over here, you fucko.
Okay.
Okay, your computer sucks.
Tom Cruise teeth.
Now go back.
I got it right here. Tom Cruise teeth.
Okay.
It's loading. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah. Let's get a new computer, sir.
Do 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 do. Who's your favorite jazz band?
There.
This is gonna.
That motherfucker right there.
This does not. I'm looking at it right now. That does not look like a real picture. Is that for? Do that one that's got a line in it.
I will. Once this fucking loads. There we go.
That's a real picture.
No, look, see, it does not.
Two center. Yeah, you're right.
They've like melded two teeth together.
Yeah.
They melded two of his both sides of his face together.
That one's fucking real. See?
That also looks photoshopped.
That other one's not, though.
Okay, let's go to this one. That one looks a little different.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah. I just saw like a meme of it, and I was like, this ain't fucking real.
Well, he
Look,
is in the Scientology, so
That is not him.
That is not Tom Cruise. Well, that's Mario Lopez.
Is it?
Yes,
I was going to say either that or it looks like his son.
That's AC Slater, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real
Dude,
picture.
you are that looks pretty centered up.
Yeah. It is.
I mean,
His front teeth are just straight up off
offset.
center.
Yeah.
It's like his whole fucking jaw.
Well, I mean, when you're a 46 level wizard and
that and he still does his own stunts, so.
that doesn't fucking matter. When you're a 40,
You
when
see
you're
how
level
fucked up
fo-
Jackie Chan
when
is
you're
now.
a level 46 wizard in Scientology, you know your teeth get a little fucked up.
Well, Jackie Chan did his own stunts, and he's rough looking now.
Jackie Chan is not in any more movies anymore. I don't think unless it's like a
He's in
non
Chinese. They're like Chinese market movies.
Right, that's what I heard.
I think the last one he was in was...
I heard he's sticking primarily just to like those types.
Well,
of
the last one he
movies.
was in was the new Karate Kid, and that was a long time ago.
Like American movie. Ish.
I believe so. Maybe even after that.
He was in like
He's in a movie called The Foreigner with Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, okay.
It was I'm a mega fucking huge Jackie Chan fan.
Favorite Jackie Chan movie? Go.
Rumble in the Bronx.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I
That's
was
a really fucking good one.
Mom's getting garage sale shit together, and I was filming through it, and I was like, "Rumble in the Bronx, fuck yeah!" And I went and I threw it to her
On DVD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Rumble in the Bronx," and then I was coming through it again, and
With
then
First Strike.
you have Condor in there.
Yeah.
Operation Condor.
Yeah,
And then we also have First Strike. We have First Strike.
yeah, I got First Strike too. I think.
Yeah.
To this day, if I'm taking Tylenol, try and bounce it off the wall into my mouth.
Have you ever done it?
Like one time.
Did
I
he
still
bounce?
try.
Did he bounce it off the wall?
Do you ever do
He did a bunch of shit where he go like that.
Do you ever
and,
do
like,
the
throw it in
gun?
his
Do you ever
mouth.
do the gun thing? Have you
Yeah, I
ever
go
tried
like that,
Yeah.
and then like there's a time where like just bounces off like a door or something right into his mouth.
Well, there was that one time he pulled glasses with the band that went around his head, and there was 2 pieces of gum in it, and he went like that, and like opened up his glasses and shot.
It's just like, bro, you just got chiclets everywhere or what?
Yeah, but it was chiclets is what it was. Loose chiclets in your pocket.
Did you know that we, back in the day, I think it was, I can't remember what year this was, but Mexico paid us in chiclets for a Sherman tank one time.
Yeah, we gave him a tank for it was like 100,000 cases of chiclets.
I
I mean,
swear.
totally worth it.
I swear.
I don't even see chiclets anymore.
They're gross.
I mean,
They're gross.
They're better than fucking juicy fruit.
No, I like juicy fruit. We did a story on here a couple podcasts ago. This war veteran, one of his dying wishes was to have a hand-painted custom juicy fruit casket because that's what he chewed ever since World War II.
So his casket looks like the yellow juicy
It's
fruit.
painted juicy fruit. It looks like a packet of juicy fruit.
Yeah.
Literally like the logo and everything. The juicy fruit, like Wrigley's, they like.
He was like
it.
people. He was known around his town because he'd always carry it around and give it to people. He would just
Right.
hand juicy fruit out to people.
He bought juicy fruit for like 80 years.
Yeah, and they were like, juicy fruit first denied it, and then they were just like, oh well, this is kind of a big deal, and like the town went and like wrote all these letters
Petitioned it and all
to
that
juicy
So
fruit.
juicy fruit paid for his funeral, basically.
They basically
I don't think they
you going
did
through
that.
puberty?
I think so. I'm choking up about this juicy fruit story.
I think
They basically paid to have the logo painted on his
they
casket.
gave him the trademark availability to be able to do it.
Right.
Because they were like, no, you can't paint your coffee
And then
like juicy
they're
fruit.
just going to be like, my last dying wish is to put a little packet of juicy fruit for me to chew on the way way to the ground.
I bet they
Like,
filled that fucking casket full of juicy fruit. That dude's gonna need it. He's gonna dry out.
He tipped the morgue like $20 to stuff his asshole full of juicy fruit. God.
So,
Could you imagine if they
You gotta
did?
chew it first, though.
Could you imagine if they did put juicy fruit in there and like after his body's decay and like the gases, it just blew one big fucking bubble and he floated back up to the surface?
I was thinking that's actually a smart move because all the worms that come in to eat your body, they just start eating that juicy fruit. Their mouth's full of gum. They can't eat your body.
Yeah, true.
That's a preservation.
Yeah.
Preserved.
And then, it takes them 7 years to digest it, which is a myth, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a myth now.
I don't know.
7 years. But anyway, so let's hear Camden Headley's history. Where'd you come from? Let's start at the beginning.
Okay, so I come from it's a place called Bloomfield. It's close to where we are, I think.
Yeah, it's
I think. I don't know.
So you come
I
from
don't know the rules there.
Bloomfield, Indiana. Basically.
It's like 25 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Bloomfield. I have 2 older brothers, twins.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then I moved up here about 10 years ago for college. And, there's really nothing to my story.
I know. Well, you have told me stories at work before, and I am rolling around on the floor. So there is a story that is you almost died one time.
Oh, okay.
So Camden's almost died, and do you mind telling us that?
Yeah,
story?
I can tell a story. This story is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Because through all of schooling, they're like, oh, tell a personal story. I'm like, fuck yeah,
Check out this fucking shit right here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to blow their dicks off.
Wrong fucking phrase.
So, when I was like 7-ish, we went on a family vacation to Arkansas. And
let me just say, your guys' family vacations are in the most random vacation places.
that's true. My parents like history and like learning on vacations. So we go to lots of like Lincoln Memorial stuff and like Williamsburg and
it's like, hey, 7-year-old Camden, you want to find out where Sam Walton grew up?
yeah. So this one was
Williamsburg, like New York, Williamsburg,
Williamsburg,
Germany,
Kentucky, right?
Shit, where is it? I think it's Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, so this was a trip to Arkansas, and Arkansas is fucking boring.
Yeah.
There's nothing there but mountains, essentially.
Mountains
Right.
and fucking livestock farms.
Mountains and rednecks. Do we have any downloads in Arkansas?
Probably not. They don't get internet out there. Crazy thing.
I'm sure there's some crazy person on a mountain waving their phone
Yeah.
trying to pick up.
I'm trying to get the Comcast!
Yeah, they're definitely saying that.
So anyway, we're visiting an aunt who lives in Arkansas, and we had nothing to do. So we basically decided, okay, we're gonna go try and find like a lake or something to swim in. So we're driving around this mountain, and we pass over this river. And it's a road that basically runs just through the river, and there's like drainage pipes that drain water from one side to the other.
Right.
So we're like, okay, this is good enough. We get out, we're like swimming and stuff, and I'm 7, by the way.
Okay.
I want to reiterate that part because this is so fucking.
So
stupid.
your dad's a very, some would say, a responsible, safe individual. What gave him the idea to stop right there? So I'm gonna get the kids out of the fucking car before I blow my brains
basically, yeah. We're on a mountain. It's not like there's like,
Yeah.
anything
around.
Yeah, so we're just trying to find a body of water to swim in. So I'm 7. Let's reiterate that. I see a whirlpool just in the middle of the river.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and again, I'm like, oh, it's like, when you're done with the shower and it's like
Right.
whirlpool.
Right.
So I'm like, just kind of looking at it, and I stepped in it. And what happened was the whirlpool sucked me under water, traveled me underneath the road, and shot me out the other side.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I went under the road, and basically the only person who saw me was my dad. And my dad goes, grab him! And so my brother turns around and just sees basically my head go underwater.
Right.
So he runs at it, and he doesn't realize how strong the whirlpool is either. He's probably about 12 at this point. The whirlpool pulls him off his feet, and he grabs the side of the road, and he's holding onto the side of the road. If he goes inside, he will basically drown for sure, because the hole is only big enough for like a 7-year-old kid to fit through.
Right.
So you barely could you feel everything around
yes,
you?
I had lumps on my head because it was one of those corrugated drainage
with the rocks in it.
Yeah, and so I just busted my head, and like I had cuts. I have scars on my shoulder from
Really?
it. Yeah, and I shoot out the other side. My dad runs and jumps, and it's like, at this point, it's like probably a 10-foot drop to the other side of the road. So he jumps into the river and grabs me. At the same time, my brother is holding on to the side of the road, basically trying not to drown.
Yeah.
My other brother runs up, grabs him by the shirt, and pulls his shirt completely off of his body. Basically, like, just rips it off his body because he's trying to pull him out. And then my mom and my aunt come in, and basically they're just trying to pull him out, and they can't do it. And basically my dad pulls me out of the river, comes up, lays me down. At this point, my aunt is, she faints because she's freaked out so bad. So she literally,
just falls, just drops.
yeah, basically she just drops in the middle of the road because we're on a road.
Yeah.
And so she just faints. My dad runs, throws me in the car, runs to my brother, and basically him and my mom have to pull my brother out, and my other brother. So all three of them took all three of them to pull him out. So at this point I'm in total shock. I have no idea what's going on. So they pull my brother out, and it turns out, we get finally situated and stuff. It turns out previously, a month earlier, something happened to another family, but for whatever reason, they had put a grate on the other side of the drainage tunnel. So what happened was that little girl fell in, hit that drainage tunnel, and her family could not pull her out.
Really?
Yeah, so literally a month before this happened to me, a little girl died.
Shit.
So luckily they took that out.
I don't know. It wasn't the same road. It wasn't the same spot. But
Right.
it was something similar in this county.
So basically, if you would have had one on there, you would have died.
Goner.
So
Shit.
Dead. Yeah. Been dead at 7.
Fuck.
And then after Camden tells this story to his 8th grade class, he goes, "Did I rock your dicks?
Yeah.
No, did I blow your dicks off?
Did I blow your dicks off?"
Let's just say A+ every single one. Every time I wrote that.
Tell me a story. And every single, every Midwestern, grade school teacher's like, "Wow, that's a really good story."
Blew your fucking dick off, right?
Blow your dick off, right? That's hilarious.
God, now I feel bad about the kid getting eaten by an alligator.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel bad for the parents.
I mean, it wasn't his fault, though.
No, it's not the kid's fault. The kid was 2. Let's not talk about this.
So now you're scared of drains.
Yes,
now, right?
please reiterate how this child was at fault for getting murdered.
The child was not at fault for getting alligator ate. The parents are at fault for not reading a sign that says "No swimming, danger, alligators."
So do you have a fear of like when the toilet flushes and shit?
So
They all float down here, Camden.
yeah. So actually, no. But when I was a kid, I also watched Cops, and there's an episode of Cops where they pull a python out of this lady's pipes. So I was basically afraid that a snake would come up and bite me in the balls for literally from the time I was 5 to the time I was 13 or 14.
Really?
Oh my
It's
God.
every time I take a shit, I just kind of be half leaning over, looking down inside, and I have my balls pooped to the side. And it's not getting me today, motherfucker.
I have a fear of, I'm trying to think of a word. So I have it's not a...
I feel like that's your whole entire life.
Okay, so I guess it is a fear, but it's more of like a germaphobe situation. So
Oh, he talks about dying and you're like, I'm afraid of fucking doorknobs.
No, I cannot sit on a public toilet. I see. I used to growing up. I used to sit on any toilet.
I don't give a shit.
But ever since, it was after college, so probably within the past 5 years, I have not sat on a public toilet seat in the past probably 5 years. So, like, I call it gargoyling.
Wait. You work for 12 hours. You don't take a shit?
No, I shit. I call it gargoyling. I literally hover over the toilet.
Like when you see
you
see a gargoyle like on top of a church
squatting, yeah,
that's what he looks like.
So like when you take a shit in the woods, that's what I'm doing.
Except he does it because I've been beside him before, and like I'll be shitting, and then I'll see the sidewalls like push out. So he's like,
I don't do that anymore.
Whoa. What's the diarrhea situation?
It goes where it goes, man.
Holy shit, you're one of those people then.
I know. I don't usually have diarrhea. But when I do have diarrhea, I mean, I can get pretty fucking close to where my ass is literally right over the seat. I might as well sit on it. But I do not touch the toilet seat.
That's what paper's for.
That little wax paper don't fucking protect you from anything.
Double up, bitch, like everybody else.
No! I've seen Osmosis Jones. That motherfucker, there's germs everywhere. That little piece of wax paper don't protect you from shit.
He ate a fucked up egg salad sandwich, I'm pretty sure. Or like a boiled egg or whatever.
No, but the diarrhea situation, literally, I'm not one of those people where I shit everywhere. I don't do that. But yeah, I do not.
Is it kind of the situation where you're like, oh, this is going to be messy, so you squeeze extra hard so you make it more of like a single stream?
Streamline.
Yeah. Super soaker your ass? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, but no,
I feel like you get more of a clean shot if you push it.
I've done it for literally 5 years, and it's literally one of those.
Do you have PTSD because of what happened to me?
No. I don't have that. It's just sitting on a public toilet seat. I've seen some nasty, gross shit on public toilet seats, and I literally just hover. Now, the splashback situation, that is a great concern. Your risk for splashback increases by 60%.
Yeah, because it sounds like you threw a fucking rock in the toilet.
Yeah, but no, I do not sit on any public toilet seats, only if it's at somebody's house. I actually sit on it, because I know it's actually clean.
See, I don't give a shit.
Now, no, I don't have any, like, kind of post-traumatic stress from you, because Ryan got staph infection from a Wendy's toilet seat.
Yeah.
In the town where we grew up,
and I still don't care.
Yeah, and
I just wipe it down, and then I bring the undies up to like as close to my butthole as I can get, so probably like a good maybe 2 inches to where it won't like catch, and then sit on it. So you barely pull your underwear down past your asshole? I do. It's like
that's like a risk factor.
It's like under cheeks. It's like where the cheeks are.
I'm still not comfortable with that. Mine are like right here at my knees.
Wait a minute. So where are you tucking your dong?
Huh?
Where are you tucking the dong?
What do you mean where am I tucking the dong? It's in
your
my
underwear is at your ass cheeks. Like, that's basically ending here.
Yeah.
Right?
I put it behind. Yeah. It's at my ass cheeks.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you're peeing and you're aiming your dong down in the toilet.
I don't fully sit on the toilet. I like lean forward, so I sit on the edge.
Can I just clarify? I don't sit on the toilet and pee. I have to turn around and stand up to pee. I'm weird like that.
What kind of fucking Twilight Zone shit have I walked into?
I also can't.
I stand up to pee too.
I also don't wipe my ass sitting down.
I definitely don't do that.
I have to stand up.
That's a fat guy thing.
Yeah.
I also stand up to wipe my ass.
Dude, it just makes sense. It makes sense for everybody. You get more clearance that way.
I'm 100% with you on this one.
Yeah.
But
I actually like Captain Morgan the toilet.
But like gargoyling and having your underwear around your ass cheeks, this is crazy talk.
Yeah, but see, I pee before I go, so I don't have to do it.
I cannot sit down and pee in the toilet while I shit. I can't. I have to go first and then shit, or shit and then piss. I can't do both at the same time.
So, okay, let me think about this. So you pee completely. You empty the whole... no droplets get out when you're taking a shit.
See, when I go to the bathroom, though, I usually have to piss before I have to shit.
Right, same.
It's like a second, wave.
Yeah. Basically, if I have to shit and piss at the same time, it's like I go... Okay. Public bathroom situation. I go to the urinal, piss, turn around, go straight to the toilet, and then go
I just go to the toilet and knock it out. One thing.
Yeah. But I'll literally pee anywhere, though. All it needs 20 seconds of time.
Oh, yeah, I'll pee anywhere.
I'll pee anywhere.
Dude, what the fuck?
I feel like there's way weirder shit people do.
Oh, we're weird? Okay. What is your bathroom situation at your home, sir? You told me about that today. So Camden chooses to pee off of his back porch when his bathroom is closer than his back porch.
You don't have to aim. It's the greatest... And you got wind in your nethers? It's the greatest feeling in the world.
What the fuck?
I do that too. I'm out in the country, so I don't really give a shit.
But your bathroom is farther away than your porch.
It is.
His bathroom is closer than his back porch.
Yeah.
But you feel like...
Yeah, makes total sense.
You feel like primal-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hunter-gatherers pissed in the woods for thousands and thousands of years.
Yes, sir.
I'm just getting in touch with my ancestors.
He's just fertilizing the plants.
Well, if we were hunter-gatherers, then probably I might piss and shit at the same time while sitting down. But since we don't and we have to wear pants, I choose not to.
I feel like the only thing that Camden hunt or gathers, though, is like a Baja Blast.
That's fair. That is fair.
How do you feel about the whole Taco Bell situation now? Like them taking all the good shit off the menu.
I'm not aware.
Really?
Taco Bell's getting rid of the good stuff?
Yeah, they got rid of the cheesy potatoes.
Like 10 items off their menu.
They're getting ready to get rid of the Mexican pizza.
Stop right there. Cheesy potatoes?
Yeah, they're gone.
What? You can't get, like, the bowl? Or
Yeah,
like
the bowl.
You can't get any of it.
Yeah, I don't think they serve potatoes anymore. Yeah.
They serve French fries now.
Yeah.
That's their new thing. They're getting rid of the Mexican pizza. They got rid of the beefy 5-layer.
Oh my god.
The 7-layer burrito.
And they're adding a bunch of other...
Coli was bad enough.
Yeah. And they're adding a bunch of extra items. Like, they're taking away like 10 items.
They're taking them away, but they're replacing them with something else, something that probably nobody likes.
So is Taco Bell, like, failing as a business?
I don't know.
I don't feel like they are, because in Demolition Man, they're supposed to win. So...
Yeah. We've had this discussion before. Camden looks at it too logically. And it's like, I guess that's the way you're supposed to look at it. He says McDonald's.
They're the biggest corporation.
That's true. I mean, I feel like we've said this before, and I was like, it's either between McDonald's and Taco Bell.
I'm still hoping for Long John Silver's and Captain D's are going to pair up, and they're going to rule the 7 Seas, and it's going to be like Waterworld.
Nobody gives a fuck about
and
fish.
fucking Kevin Costner is going to be their captain.
Nobody cares about fish.
Yeah, it is going to be like Waterworld if they win, because Long John Silver does everyone like mega shits.
Yeah.
Like diarrhea shits.
Yeah, it's going to be Diarrhea Waterworld.
Yeah. That would be the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
If Long John Silver's were to win.
Captain D, yeah, and Captain D's is like the little like step grand cousin of fucking.
And I like Wendy's. Wendy's is my fave, but I don't feel like it.
They gave you staff on your ass.
I still like the burgers.
Let's be honest too. The funniest part of
goddamn Baconator, you can't compete with the fucking Baconator.
The funniest part of the whole staff on his
Spicy
ass story,
nugs?
when it comes to being fat, you can't reach certain parts of your butt. So I had to actually doctor his ass for about a week. Yeah. That's we got real twin. We got real twinny up in there.
I ended up going to the ER.
Yeah, he had to go to the ER.
That profession like eats flesh and shit, right?
Well, it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of like a big sore. And then the day after I went to the ER and they gave me an antibiotic, like I guess the skin that was holding it was just like a giant fucking hole in my butt cheek.
Away overnight. Yeah, it eats skin. It eats your flesh.
Yeah.
And then like the big.
So Wendy's did give you a second asshole.
Yeah.
They did.
Literally, it was like the
they
bottom
ripped you
of
a new ass.
Yeah.
It was like the bottom of his
shit
cheek
healed.
too.
Shit healed back, but yeah, they
It
did.
was like the bottom of his cheek too.
So not to get overly gross, but if you get like a mega diarrhea situation, does that hole fill up with anything? How close is it to your asshole?
It's not a hole
it's like
there
the bottom
anymore.
of his cheek. It's like the bottom of his cheek. There's not a hole there.
There's not a hole there anymore. It's scarred back over.
Yeah, it's scarred back over.
Okay.
See, because I had a staph infection here on my arm.
Right. So there's scars that that heal and bump out.
Right.
But then there's scars that are deep enough that you actually.
Yeah,
have
it wasn't that
indentation.
bad. It wasn't that
To
bad.
be honest,
Okay.
I can't see it, so I don't even know if it's still there.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's not like this girl that had snake bites, the piercings on her lips, and she also chewed at the same time. And when she would have a dip in her mouth, the chew spit would come through her fucking snake bite holes in her lip. And that was the grossest fucking, most unattractive thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, that's disgusting. And she's just like, damn it always comes through. I was like, you have a hole in your face. Of course it's going to come through.
Two of them. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if the hole's still back there on my ass or what it looks like. But I do remember going to the ER, and I just like pulled I had shorts on, basketball shorts, and it was like low enough on my leg. It was like right on my lower butt cheek,
And
to where I
was
just pulled
Yeah.
like the leg of my shorts up because I wasn't gonna pull my pants down in the fucking ER.
But it was bad. It was bad enough that it was like leaking through his shorts that next day.
But I just pulled the leg of my pants up so he could see it, and he's like, "Well, let me see this," and I pulled the leg of my shorts up, and he just fucking grabbed the back of my pants and yanked the some bitches down. He didn't give a fuck.
Didn't Mom take you there too?
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, she was there.
So Camden, you have two older twin brothers, and as far as my understanding goes, you are the smallest of the three.
Yeah. I'm smaller than my brothers by a pretty good margin.
And Camden is a very large man.
Taller?
So I'm 6'1". They're both about one's 6'2", the other 6'3", and then I weigh 285. They both weigh around 320-ish.
Really?
So they're both very large men.
And they're more muscular than I am too. So it's not just like they're fatter than me, like they're just straight up big.
And your dad's a big guy too, right?
He's at this point he's like 62, so he is getting smaller.
Right.
But he's the smallest of us now, but yeah, he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I've never won a fight against my brothers my entire life.
So
half speed all the time.
So what was it? Yeah. So tell me some stories from the fights. I know they still argue with each other sometimes, and they're like 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
So tell me some stories from back in childhood. How I know you have some interesting ones.
So yeah, the two big stories I tell are the pie fight and the macaroni fork.
I feel like it's all food related.
It is in our
because it's the same thing with us.
So I'm going to ask you just before you start, how we've been asked this our entire
Did
lives.
one of them steal the other one's fork?
No, just hold on.
Okay.
Just hold on. So our mom got asked this our entire lives. How do you afford to feed them boys? And it's basically you're pretty much calling us fat, but it's like a low key under the table.
Yeah.
Your boys are fucking huge.
We get that a lot.
Government cheese, sir. It's very cheap.
Yeah, we get that a lot. So, yeah. Basically, the macaroni fork deal is we were eating, and it was my older brother and me. We were eating mac and cheese. I took basically the last of it. My brother got very mad at me, and he threw a fork in my arm, stuck in my arm, and hung there. So he threw it in deep enough that it basically literally stabbed me and was hanging there. Still had macaroni and cheese on it.
Bitch. The macaroni fork.
Yeah.
Literally threw it at him.
Yeah. Like a dagger. Like he's...
So these stories make our twin relationship sound like fucking Full House.
We just broke shit. We didn't ever really hurt each other.
Yeah, when Ryan and I would get in a fight, we were so big that shit was just getting broken. Like, we were picking up chairs and tables and like couch ottomans and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, so one time I was upstairs and just playing like video games or something, and the house started shaking, and I heard like crashing and banging. I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh, this is an earthquake or something.
Right.
So
in Indiana.
Yeah, so I run downstairs, and it turns out my brothers are just duking it out, shaking the whole house, throwing each other into walls and shit. And it turned out one brother stole or took the last piece of pumpkin pie. So they got in a knockdown, drag-out fight about pumpkin pie.
We did that shit too.
I feel like, we have definitely argued about food. Ryan, one time, we were at a restaurant, and I got...
That's what I like about being single, though, and alone, and living alone. Nobody fucking steals my shit. If I want that last piece of pumpkin pie, I get it, motherfucker.
If you had a girlfriend, they wouldn't steal your shit either, because you got to lay down the law. Don't steal my shit.
I would get
I get the last piece of pie.
Yeah.
But we were at a restaurant, and I got, like, chicken strips or chicken fingers or whatever. We were kids. And I go to the bathroom, and I come back, and there was just ketchup all over them. And I was like...
I don't remember that.
I remember this very vaguely, because it pissed me off. I was like 9. I was so mad. And I didn't want to eat them because there was ketchup all over them. He had the same food. And I was like, why did you do that? He goes, you eat them with ketchup anyway, just trying to help you out. I was like, you dumped them all over it. So I refused to eat my meal. And I made a big fucking deal about it. Mom was like, just eat. I'm not getting you any more. I was like, this is bullshit. You're taking his side, Mom. I was like 9. And I had to eat it, but I waited so long to eat it that it was cold and the ketchup like soaked into the chicken. So I had to eat it like that, and I was so fucking mad at you, you piece of shit.
You're still fucking mad at me?
But when we were growing up, I used to write in pen on the wallpaper in our mom's house.
Yeah, you're fucking
And I
idiot.
put Ryan's name to make it seem like he wrote it.
Good move.
And it worked for a while.
Let's just say you've been more mean to me than I have been mean to you. You had Mom convinced for years that I was gay, and she was starting to believe it.
This is a true...
That's a good one.
This is a true story. There's nothing wrong.
When you just fucking hound somebody who's like, well, Ryan's gay. He's like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And we're like, no, Ryan's gay. And you were just years and years and years. Finally, after like 3 years, she's just like, Ryan, are you gay? And I was like, no, I'm not fucking gay.
And he cried. Ryan cried.
Ooh, man.
See, that was back when like being gay was like, nobody liked to be gay, basically.
Huh? We're not that old. We're not that old.
No, but
there's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with LGBTQ. But when you're straight...
People made fun of you if you were gay. Gay people understand.
Okay, when you were straight...
It was like wearing glasses when you were a kid. You were a fucking
When
nerd.
you were straight and you're a kid, it's if you're... Okay, I'll be honest. We actually did not grow up around anybody that was in LGBTQ until we were probably 16.
Yeah.
We didn't even experience that until we were 16 years old. But so it was unfamiliar to us. Is that ignorant of us? No, because we just weren't raised around it. If you're not around something, you don't know what that experience is like.
Young people are dicks and they're assholes. And I mean but that's everybody.
It's good that younger people now are experiencing all these different lifestyles and all these different types of genders and ways of living and cultures, because it's better to know that stuff. But when you grow up in a small town in Indiana and nobody around you is that, and nobody around you talks about that, it's really hard to experience that.
I mean,
and you're kind of ignorant to it.
I didn't say anything bad. What I'm saying is like, I didn't want to be gay because people...
You liked girls.
Well, yeah, I liked girls.
You liked girls, and you were not attracted to guys.
And somehow you kept fucking
and
doing it.
I was the asshole.
And they had Mom fucking convinced, but...
Ryan cried.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, you probably should fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was an asshole.
Yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit. You still are. You still are.
So what else? What was it like? So what was it like just growing to be the younger brother? Because I don't understand what it's like to be the younger brother. I understand what it's like to have a twin, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, you do. You're younger than me.
I'm a minute younger than you. That doesn't fucking count. What's it like to be the younger brother? I mean, do you have any mental turmoil at all? Do they still pick on you?
Not really. Like, we're all adults. I'm 30. They're 35.
Are they adults, though?
I mean... I still, and this is probably not politically correct, but my older brother still calls me midget.
It's not politically correct, but is it a mean joke? Yeah, probably. Yeah,
yeah, but it was, basically, because I've always been the smallest, so he still calls me midget.
Right, but only by like a couple inches.
At this point, yeah, it's like 2 inches. Yeah.
Right. I know you recently went on vacation with your family.
Oh my God.
And it was going to be a great family camping trip vacation. and it turned out a little hairy one day.
Yeah.
The brothers wanted to. They had a little bit of a scuffle.
So basically, we had two.
I'm just calling out your brothers. Don't tell them about this.
This is
they
probably
won't like me.
Yeah, for sure. Some backstory on this is it was all 5 of us, and we're still cheap asses, so we only got 2 rooms.
Right.
One for our parents and someone, and then one for 2 others. So we're all like, our parents are like chainsaws and like loud cars when they snore. You do not get any sleep at all. So we basically just try and okay, I'll stay in that room tonight. You get tomorrow. You get the next day.
Right.
So it's just the parents. It's not you 3.
Right.
Or at least not as bad.
Not as bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we all snore, but our parents, you literally can hear from the other room.
Wow.
Yeah. Terrible.
At least they've adapted for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. So what ended up happening is I took the first night because I was like, I'll get it out of the way. That's easy. The next morning, my brothers were furious at each other because we were supposed to get up and go to breakfast at 9 o'clock. Not that early, honestly.
No.
Not that early. One brother got up at 8:15 and was basically getting ready and stuff. That pissed my other brother off so bad he wouldn't talk to us for half the day.
Why?
Basically, because he could have slept in for another half an hour.
Shit.
So they were pissy all day long.
Now, see,
about half an hour of sleep.
It's familiar to our situation when Ryan and I lived together did we live together for 3 or 4 years? 3 or 4 years we lived together in a house.
6.
Did we live together for 6 years?
5.
5. We lived together for 5 years in a house.
We've lived together since we were fucking born.
But this is a house and it's just you and I together.
Right.
So our situation was I would have these dreams and I would wake up screaming in my sleep. But the only reason why I would wake up screaming in my sleep is because Ryan woke me up. This one time I dreamt that I fell down a hole and I am screaming at the top of my lungs at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, Cody, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm screaming, help. And I wake up and I was like, what? And you're like, why are you screaming? I was like, I thought I fell down a hole.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding
me?
He's like, go to sleep.
Yeah, he's like, go to fucking bed. It was crazy.
Well, Cheyenne has these stories too.
Yeah.
He'll fucking wake up and look at Cheyenne. He'll jump up and who the fuck are you? And shake her and shit.
She's like, I'm your fucking girlfriend. Go to sleep. And you're like, okay, whatever. I'll just roll over and go to sleep.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's creepy
I don't
shit.
know. I don't remember any of it ever.
So it's like night terrors, basically.
Almost, but I think it's when I eat shit, super late. It happens like that. I think that's the situation. And it just, I don't remember it at all. But she's so used to it, and Cheyenne's kind of spunky and sassy anyway, so just tell me to shut the fuck up and roll over.
Yeah.
But at first, it was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she would just rub my back, and I'd go to sleep like a fucking dog.
He would drink heavily and then start to pass out, and he would talk in his sleep too.
Yeah, I used to drink a lot heavier than I do now. Now I have 3 beers max, and I'm done. But used to, I would say it's probably 3 years ago, I would drink heavily all weekend, and it was a phase that I went through. Evidently, it wasn't good for me. And that was during that time. And it was not fun. That was during the time.
I remember we would drink a shit ton of beer, and then the next morning, we would hit Long John Silver's right when it opened up, and we would just fucking eat 3,000 calories. And it was ridiculous.
We were gross.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah. It was good at the time.
Felt like fucking...
You can't beat a Baja Fish taco, bro.
Fuck no.
You can't beat it. Any job where you have to wear the fucking fry sleeve so you don't get scalded by hot oil.
Yeah.
I actually went to high school with a guy who worked at Long John Silver's all through high school. And he said, yeah, dude, I've been burned by that shit. He's like, it sucks. I like 2nd-degree burns.
Well, it's good food when everybody back there cooking it looks like they're on meth. So
yeah. You can't properly serve food if you're not on meth. I mean,
You know they done
it
at least.
unleashes a creativity.
You know that like their favorite hobby is like holding a fucking lighter under a spoon, pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah, cooking's part of their culture.
Yeah.
Cooking's part of the meth culture.
Pretty much.
So, Camden, you come from a town and a county that is actually really heavily in meth, like our hometown. Do you have any stories of meth stories at all?
Unfortunately, no. I really didn't get involved with anything. It's a shame because I would have stories to tell, but I honestly, yeah, I didn't.
I'm gonna blow your dicks off with this one.
Yeah, pretty much. So my dad was a cop and a probation officer.
Okay.
So nobody wanted to come around our place.
Right,
basically.
right.
So we didn't get nothing.
And he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our dad was a farmer and he quit drink. He used to drink when before we were born, but when we were born, he quit drinking cold turkey. And our dad was a big man, and our dad is like the international symbol for American. Like literally, he is a farmer. He was born in the town. He lives in the town and was that he was born and raised in on the same piece of property. He farms and listens to like 90s and 80s and 70s country music, that's literally that's who he is.
Doesn't know how to, just found out how to use email like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the like flip phones weren't so janky now and he could do more on them, he would still have a flip phone.
Yeah.
But because farming has technologically advanced in the past 5 years just so much, he had to get an iPhone. He has to have a tablet. Has to have computer access.
Yeah, he has an iPhone, and he started sending me emojis like last year. And I texted him. I was like, "Are you okay?"
But yeah. But see, when our dad texts, he has arthritis in his hands, so our dad has like Mickey Mouse sized fucking hands.
So he still types like he's like
that
punching
or he
numbers in a calculator.
He uses the talking thing to text, the talking to text. So whenever our dad texts you, it's very grammatically correct.
Yeah.
But it's not how he talks. It's because the talk to text types it like that. So he goes, so he basically says, "How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while." And that's exactly what it fucking says.
Okay.
My dad does the exact same thing.
Really?
My dad's, for whatever reason, he's always been sort of like he grew up hunting and like he's been real similar to your dad, like a country guy.
Yeah.
Somewhere around like 57, 58, he got like a smartphone, and he knows how to use his phone better than I do now.
Really?
All he does is basically fuck around with his phone, and he can just do stuff that I can't do. But he also has big ham hocks for hands.
Yeah. And
he has psoriasis real bad. And so his hand, I think it's his right hand, it just literally looks like the Crypt Keeper.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah. And so
that's that meat hook. When you guys were fucking around, he'd grab you by it and he'd just be like, "Calm down, motherfucker."
Yeah, basically. So yeah, he does the talk to text, and it's embarrassing because you'll just be in public and I'll go, "Yes, honey, I am coming home soon." No, that's not what I meant to say. "Yes, honey, I am coming home soon." Like, Dad, we're in a public restaurant.
And then you look around and you're like, "It's my wife. It's my wife. My wife, everybody. Been together for 30-something years. It's my wife."
Yeah.
You want to see a picture?
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, that's totally our dad. Like literally American man. And when we were growing up playing Pop Warner football, so from 4th grade to 6th grade, he got us a workout bench with weights, and we've always been big guys. Our dad is 300 plus pounds, and he's 6'2", 6'3", big guy. Our mom is 5'5", and also a bigger lady. We got our height from her. We were both like 5'7".
That's just bullshit, because we could have probably went to college and played football if we were like at least 6 feet
I'm
tall.
glad I didn't go to college to play football because I don't even like to watch football now. I just don't. I don't enjoy it. But so when we were growing up, he got us a weight bench, and to burn some energy off, he's like, "I'm gonna work you guys out." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Why don't you get on the 4-wheeler? Then I'm gonna push you around." So we would push each other, push the other one around. The other one would push the other one around on the 4-wheeler in neutral. And once you got to the end, you get off, switch, and come back.
Yeah.
And for another workout, he would make us do, so a tractor weight that's on the front of a tractor weighs 100 pounds each. He would give us 2, and he's like, walk to the other end over there, and we'd have to walk that back.
Yeah.
He got a lot of free labor out of us for 17, 16 years. Dad got free labor out of us.
Yeah.
Building fences, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, our parents did something similar. So we moved around 8 or 9 times before I graduated from high school.
Right.
So all through growing up, I had to help basically build houses.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're all big guys, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that we were like literally hauling around lumber and like cutting wood and hammering and stuff. Fucking sucks.
Now, did you ever have to switch schools or leave the same county or city or anything?
We moved. 9 times?
Yeah, 8 or
9 times in before I graduated. We never left our county.
That is crazy.
The reason being is because
just fix up houses.
Kind of. Dad was a probation officer. Mom is like a social worker. So we're like lower middle class. We always had the nicest house of anybody I knew because we would just basically flip houses.
Right.
And so like my parents have no debt. And so we actually did pretty well for ourselves despite having a really low-paying job.
Right.
Unfortunately, that means the kids got involved in all the construction.
Yeah. I mean, free labor, man. That's like back in the day, you had like 9 kids. It's like, they're going to take care of me when I get older. Now, if you have 9 kids, you're lucky if 1 fucking shows up.
Yeah.
So,
but your parents are very involved in your guys' lives and stuff like that. And
some would say too much.
I know that the ability that you guys gained from doing all that house remodeling and gave you the ability to actually, buy your own house and fix it up.
Yeah. So I was the oldest to have his own house, and I was 28. Both my brothers got theirs around 25 and 27, I think was the other one. And so again, we just all fixed up our own houses, and so we have pretty nice houses.
Yeah, and you guys all have successful jobs. You guys all have degrees from universities and stuff like that. So you guys are all doing pretty good for themselves. So at least your parents did an all right job.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
And now,
you still get sent home leftovers?
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, our mom for the longest time used it as an excuse to cook for us, so we would come home from like college and stuff.
Right.
So I know. So if your parents were kind of a helicopter parent, can you tell me? I think I remember one story that you told me. Can you tell me a situation that your parents ever did anything to? It's just Camden story hour. That's what it is. I'm sorry if your family you don't have to tell them about. I know your mom will never listen to this.
Yeah.
But if your family hates me, I'm sorry. But I remember one situation where your mom might have been done something a little hilarious to you.
So I was in my senior year of high school, and sitting in math class, and we're just doing math, and someone goes, "Hey, Camden, is that your mom?" My mom, our just some context, our math classes just had these giant windows, and we're on the ground floor. So my mom is like literally 10 feet outside our window. Everybody can see what she's doing. She's hanging a sign that says "Happy Birthday, Cammy," which is her pet name for me is Cammy.
Right.
And everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And they're all and so I'm like, "Oh my god!" So what she actually ended up doing is she hung signs up all through Main Street saying "Happy 18th Birthday, Camden."
Oh my god!
And so every kid leaving school could see those signs, and that's the road I walked to get home. So I'm like walking home, and like literally people are driving by, rolling down their window, going "Ha ha!" like fucking The Simpsons, and speeding away.
Did you like start ripping down signs on your way home?
I did. Yeah, I did actually.
How many were there? Hundreds?
There had to be at least 20 to 25.
Did you have a big birthday party, or just like he's just everybody knew?
Everybody knew. Honestly, I had like a few friends, so it wasn't for like a big birthday party. It was just so she could basically embarrass me.
Yeah,
which is something she likes to do.
To all three of you, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she likes to embarrass us.
Now, do any of your brothers have like significant others or anything like that?
Nope.
No.
All of us are single.
Just wait,
Really?
because if any of you do, she's gonna embarrass the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Our mom's favorite picture to show of us is we are 4 years old and we were skinny dipping in a baby pool in our backyard. We hear something in the back and we are both standing on the gate, which probably that's the reason why it broke shortly after. So we're both standing on the gate, 4 years old, and all you see is this picture of our bare white asses facing the camera. And that's our fat mom's favorite picture to show everybody.
Oh, well, I got you guys beat because my mom has something called the Bumblebee picture. And she hangs that in the living room. And it's a picture of me. I'm like 3 years old. And I am butt-ass naked. Full spread eagle with my hands behind my head. And Mom she went and found the tiniest, smallest, itty-bittiest Bumblebee sticker and strategically placed it over my dick to where it looks like I have a tiny Bumblebee for a dick. All my friends from high school come over, they see this picture on the wall, they call me Bumblebee Dick for the rest of high school. Mom loves to hear that story.
So you look like Hugh Hefner in this picture, but it's just like it's fucking censored out to like PG with a bumblebee.
Exactly.
You got honey dick by your mom.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that works.
It doesn't work. It's not the right thing. It's not the right thing. That is fuck. Does she still hang it in the living room?
Yeah. No, it's in the guest room now.
So all the people staying tonight.
Anybody can stay over can just they're sleeping. They roll over on the bed and they can see a bumblebee dick.
This is Camden and this is his stinger.
So walking down the hallway, senior year, it's just like, what's up, Bumblebee Dick?
Yeah. Yeah. My friends basically told everybody, of course.
Yeah, of course. You can't not forget that.
Yo, so Camden's mom has like basically a porno shot of him fucking chilling.
Yeah.
But instead of showing it, it's a little bumblebee.
Yeah, and then my two brothers, they're in super tight whitey tighties as like they were probably 4, and they've got towels wrapped around their neck as Superman and Batman, and that's hanging on the same wall. So
I feel like theirs is kind of all right, and yours is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yours is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. She just loves to embarrass
She
us.
sounds like a great lady.
She actually is. She really is. She does helicopter and embarrass me.
Yeah.
Endlessly.
Has it caused you any turmoil?
Not really, no.
It's something, it's not...
Just a little hazy.
It's out of love, and it's just like, by the time you were 18, you're probably just used to, you're like, whatever.
I would say I do have an extremely thick skin. Like,
yeah.
I do not really get made fun of to the point where I get like mad or anything.
Yeah,
Right.
Camden's hate is internal.
That's true, yeah.
He does it like Bill Burr. He keeps all that shit and he pushes it way fucking down right here in his chest, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna fucking unleash. He's gonna have a stroke.
Or kill somebody.
Yeah, or kill somebody. Yeah.
Murder-suicide.
Yeah. So Camden literally, his hate is internal, and every opinion he has, he just keeps inside. Which is very good quality. It's a very good quality. Unless you are a serial killer. It's not a good quality to have.
Right.
Yeah. But still, it's a very professional demeanor.
I'm pretty much the only person who gets along with everybody at work.
Really?
So, yeah. Pretty much. So.
Which, hey, that's what you want in a coworker.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I feel like that's how I am, too. I get along with pretty much everybody. I mean, I still hate people, but I get along with them.
Yeah.
That's like I said, his hate is internal, so he probably hates people, he's just not saying a word.
Well, I'm the same way, too. My hate's internal, too. Yeah. But I tend to blow up sometimes and vent to people.
Ryan is pretty much the same as you, but he's a little bit more outspoken, and if he's got an issue,
I kind of speak my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I've said that on the podcast before. I've been in free speech jail a couple times on this.
Ryan's been in free speech jail. I speak my mind, but I'm a little bit more reserved with what I say. I try to phrase it in a way that it doesn't come off like an asshole, or I just keep it in. Yeah, or I just keep it inside. Ryan does not give a fuck
I'm not that bad.
how you feel. He will tell you.
I've heard a few things already today.
Yeah, Ryan does not.
He's trailing that line a little bit.
Ryan does not give a fuck how you feel, and that's why he's been in free speech jail once or twice, which you are getting a lot better at it.
Yeah.
You came off the hinges a tad bit.
I will. I only
it.
regret one episode, and that was when I said like bitch like 30 times.
Yeah. He turned the vernacular into an actual phrase.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But let's be honest. If you're gonna eat fucking shampoo for 3 fucking weeks, you dumb bitch.
We had an article with this lady. No, it wasn't she. She didn't eat the shampoo. Yeah, no,
It was leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, they thought it was.
There's 2
spray,
bottles.
yeah,
They bought both of them. One was like the 0-calorie olive oil spray.
Olive oil for like
and then
cooking.
the other one was leave-in conditioner.
Olive oil.
Both green
Olive
bottles.
oil leave-in conditioner.
Yeah.
And she was using the conditioner, which did not look. It was the same type of bottle, but did not look anything like it.
It was much bigger.
And they used it to cook with for 3 weeks. And the girlfriend of the lady started getting really sick.
Oof.
Yeah.
And then the other time, the same article was this girl was using a wedge of cheese as a bar of soap for like a week. but it later came out that she was so stoned that she thought it was soap.
Yeah.
But she was washing dishes with a block of cheese.
Another girl left her apartment for quarantine and came back like 3 months later, and a potato had
a sack of potatoes.
1 potato.
No, it was a sack of them. It was a sack of them.
Was it?
Yeah, and it literally took over a whole.
It looked like a
her
bush.
apartment.
A bush had grown
It
in her
grew
kitchen.
up the wall.
What? Do we have a picture of that? I want to see that.
Probably.
Yeah, I could probably look it up.
It was crazy. It was just like a whole root system.
Let's see, girls' potatoes.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like this train of thought.
My Googling is on point sometimes, and then the rest of the time it fucking sucks. Let's see.
Shocked by mutant potato discovery. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her?
Yeah. She's a grand model. She has a house in France.
Oh.
I think that's right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
How much would it cost for the Headley family to extract that fucking thing? Because it's grown in between the shelves and the wall.
At that point, I would have came in with a flamethrower and some dynamite.
Yeah.
Because that thing is taking over bodies.
Yeah, that's like the red vine things from fucking War of the Worlds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Tom Cruise and your crooked smile.
Like when you clean out, like your girlfriend's a ginger and you clean out the drain in your shower. That's kind of what that looks like.
Yeah, they tore it apart and put it in a bag. That's
Dude.
crazy.
A KFC bag is what it looks like. Oh shit! Oh, there's a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dude, that looks like
potatoes.
Invasion of the Body Snatcher type thing.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, it literally reminds me of War of the Worlds. That's insane. That's insane.
But I said that she probably just did this to get like in the news. Honestly.
Well, yeah, she's an Instagram
Honestly,
model.
if you're leaving, well, she was gone. Quarantine happened. She had to stay there. And while you're gone, I mean, you don't really think about, oh shit, I left a bag of potatoes. Because nobody thinks about leaving potatoes anywhere.
So she couldn't get back home for like 6 months or something?
For like 4 months.
I think it was like 3 or 4, but she's like, oh, we left our apartment. I think it was here in the U.S. maybe, and then they left for their condo in like France or something like that.
And then she remembered that she had a cat.
Yeah.
And the potatoes ate it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what the That's the story and she has a dead cat because she left it home?
No. Just making that up.
Yeah. That was made up.
What time are we at?
150.
150? You want to do a news topic or?
Yeah, we can do a couple.
Okay. Been 2 hours. Doesn't even seem like it, does it?
I know.
All right. So, this man sent out a tweet. His girlfriend's Lego Bionicle obsession is destroying their relationship. He's basically, he sent out this tweet. It's kind of long. I've kind of summarized it. So, he reaches out to Twitter. He's 27. The girlfriend is 25. Quotes from the post read, "I just want to start by saying that I love her. We've been together for about a year and recently moved in together. We've always gotten along and never had any issues until COVID and the lockdown happened. She lost her job, so the girlfriend lost her job at the beginning of lockdown, and everything was fine for the first month, so obviously they can support each other. During that time, she's been trying to find things to kill her time at home, and she's always been into Bionicle and Lego. So I've always been cool with that, but things started getting worse. First, she rebuilt sets that she already had from at her parents' house, then started to binge watch the movies and shows on Netflix over and over and playing with the toys like a child."
Okay, this is an addiction.
Does this sound like your kind of woman, Camden?
I mean, keep going. So far, this doesn't sound too bad.
Then she spent $500 on Bionicle products.
All right, that's where you lost me.
Camden, from what I'm aware, Camden's family does not spend money on anything.
Yeah, we're very tight ass when it comes to money. Very tight ass.
You told me a story about your mom forcing your brother to pay for a door, like the underside of a door or something.
His door frame was rotting out of his house, and
literally it was like disappearing.
Yeah,
in front of
rotting away. And
Yeah.
Mom, they got into a huge 3-hour fight because Mom was forcing him to fix his own house because he was just gonna let it keep going until basically the door fell out.
Yeah.
So he eventually did it, but he still brings it up. He really does.
He was like, you made me blow hundreds of dollars on my door frame. It's gonna be fine. I'll put a fucking wolf blanket in front of it. It'll be cool.
Some Jesus beads.
Some Jesus beads and a wolf blanket. So she spent $500 on Bionicle products one day, and he said, "I'm starting to find her less attractive due to this behavior." Less attractive? You'd be gone. Get out of my apartment. So how can I bring this up to her? I don't want this to ruin things between us, but she's becoming increasingly distant and I don't know what to do. If she finds this fucking tweet on Reddit, you're fucked, bro. So Camden, what advice do you have for this man? I mean, I think things are pretty much ruined if you blow $500.
I would get it if it was Legos, but Bionicles? She just got bad taste.
$500 on... Okay, so...
God. She's just got bad taste. He's fucking fine, but she's just got bad taste.
Right.
Yeah, it would be pretty gross.
So
if she's
if your lady friend, you guys live together for a while, you've been dating for a couple years, and then all of a sudden she just falls off the fucking rails and she spends $500 of your guys' money, if you're the sole provider at the time, on plastic toys. Not the fun kind, the fucking
that stuff
kind.
is if she spent, again, I'm a cheap ass, but if she spent $500 on a hobby, that's fine. I understand like model making and stuff like that.
Right.
But if she's actually sitting on the ground playing with the toys like a literal child, that's where I'm like, no.
Right.
What if she's like, come on, let's watch the Bionicle movie, and it's every night?
Well, I have to see the Bionicle movie first. But basically, I'm not attracted to people acting like children, so I think that would be the deciding factor here.
And that is why this man needs a woman. You're gonna...
Oh my God.
We should set up a Tinder profile for Camden.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's not do
Bro, that would be awesome. Bring you back here in a couple months and see how you're doing.
that. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I'm okay, though. No, I'm all right.
No, Tinder, I've said this before, Tinder is just a waste of time if you're looking for an actual relationship, which you probably are.
Win a date with Cammy.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Bumblebee dick over here, Bumblebee dick over here.
Yeah.
You know your mom's literally going to ruin every relationship you probably have.
And this is going out to fucking India.
Yeah, I basically told her, I was like, hey, just so you know, you won't really know until we're, engaged. You won't know about this person.
Seriously?
I mean, I've said it jokingly, but I actually haven't. Yes, I've said that to her.
Jesus.
Are you kind of serious?
I will say there is probably a wider gap than what most people would consider as acceptable.
Right. I feel like
we thought about moving in together, and then we're gonna tell her.
Now, we were talking about future women, and I was like, you probably want somebody, obviously has their own place, car, steady job, steady career. Obviously, because you're 30, we're 28. Obviously, if you're anything less than that, you're kind of like, what the fuck you been doing your whole life?
Right.
And we were talking about that, and you're like, I would literally take somebody with a giant back tattoo. Which, from what I understand, your mom is religious.
She is.
And would probably not be a talking point.
It's a known fight that before I marry somebody, I'm going to live with them.
Right.
She is adamantly against that. My parents didn't live together before they got married. My grandparents.
How long they been together though? 30-something years, probably.
Yeah.
Now, is your dad like that, or is he kind of just chill?
30.
Is your dad like our dad? He's just like, I don't care.
Yeah, my dad's super chill.
He's like, he's 30 years old.
So basically, when it comes to talking, to have a conversation with Ryan, he's just like, I don't know, I don't care. Our dad's number 2 phrases: I don't know, I don't care. Literally, that's it. And other than that, do what you want. Just don't fuck anything up or hurt anybody.
Yeah.
It's literally like owning a pit bull. It's just like, I don't know, I don't care. Just don't hurt anybody.
Just
don't murder a baby.
Just don't come near my butt with anything, and we're all right.
Yeah. What?
I'm just laying that out there too.
Anyway.
What?
What the fuck?
I lost where the context for that was.
I mean, it's just in like my contract of shit. Like in a list of shit.
Oh, for a significant other for you?
Pretty much. Just everything.
That's a pretty reasonable thing, but probably save that for your actual girlfriend.
So no butt stuff. Both ways or one way?
He's misogynistic, so probably one way.
I don't know. I've never tried butt stuff with anybody, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not 100%.
It's not all it's cracked up.
Have you went brown?
I have not, no.
Okay. Have you went brown?
It's really not all it's cracked up to be,
Answer
guys.
the question.
If I say it's not all it's cracked up to be, that means yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't say yes.
It's you don't get anything out of it. Nobody gets anything out of it. If Cheyenne was in here, she would say nobody gets anything out of it.
I feel like the only thing you get out of it is a clean asshole.
Nobody gets anything out of it. And I feel really bad for women. They're just like, everybody wants to put it in your butt. That's terrible. Like,
it's true.
It is true. And it sucks. I would hate.
You didn't believe me at first.
But see, it sucks because every fucking piece of shit man wants to do that to you. And it sucks because you just gotta, like, put razor blades around it or something to keep fucking assholes out of there. Or, whatever. But
you're just a strong hand guy. He's like, I do my butt busters. Squeeze really tight.
So I agree with you. I would not want to marry somebody that I don't know who they are. And you don't know who anybody is until you live with them for an extended amount of time.
Yeah,
Cheyenne and I have been together. We moved in together kind of early. It was one of those things where Cheyenne and I were really content with each other. We were just like, well, this seems like it. This seems like the last roundup for us. So we were very comfortable with living with each other. We're very content and comfortable with coexisting as people in the same space for long enough. And I feel like in a relationship, as long as you can coexist and commingle in a space for long enough, you're fine.
Well, to bring this back to the story, they moved in together like 2 or 3 months ago. So within a month, it sounds like she started playing with toys like a child.
Right, yeah.
That's exactly why you want to move in with somebody before you marry them. Because it turns out they play with Bionicles.
She's a fucking freak, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, I completely agree with you. I would totally want to move in with... So your mom's just like, nope.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just telling you right now, this is a fight that's coming your way. And she's like, okay,
it will
whatever.
happen. It will happen, yeah. Our mom is religious also, but more like our mom is also kind of a hippie. So she is also like, you better fucking live together, or because she's like straight up the best piece of advice mom ever gave us, our mother ever gave us. She's been telling us this since we were 17, 18 years old. Women are bitches and men are dicks. That's how it's always going to be, and it's how it's always been.
Yeah.
And she's like, you better get used to it. You're an asshole, just like your father. I sense it. I see it sometimes, and women are bitches too. It's just
I see it sometimes too, and I don't really like it.
I don't like when parts of my like bad parts of my father comes out in me. But also, when I look at my mom and how loony she is sometimes and how goofy she is sometimes, I'm just like, oh fuck. My mom, I took her to the grocery store one time, and my mom is retired. Our mother's retired, and she does not get. After our mother retired, she does not give a fuck. She points at everybody, no matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you see her, but that didn't start until she retired. So if she's talking about somebody, she's just like, that person over there, and we're like, we're in fucking like a restaurant, and they literally see you pointing at them.
Yeah.
And we have almost gotten up and sat at another table because she's pointing at these people. And we were in the grocery store one time, and everybody's around us. She farts so loud, and then walks off like she's trying to fucking hide it. Like she's fucking Swiper from Dora Explorer. Like I just gassed you. I'm gonna fucking just walk over here like nothing fucking happened. And it smelled obviously like a 60-year-old person's fart. So It smells like spam eggs.
It smells old. Like it smells like age and decay.
Like a nursing home.
Basically, yes.
Nursing homes are just full of old people.
It smells like Werther's and mothballs.
Like a dusty, dirty, Lysol-covered fart.
Yeah. So
pretty much.
No, I can. I am. Hopefully, in the next couple years, if we are still working together, I can hear the story of when you and your mom have this fight. This is going to be legendary.
But Mom, I love her. No, you don't.
You don't know what love is.
You don't know what love is. You're too young.
But here's the thing. Your brothers are, what, 5 years older than you?
Yeah.
So your brothers are 35, and they're both single, too. So have they ever had a girl live with them at all?
Nope.
So
Damn.
Is this going to be a fight times 3?
Yeah. I was like, this is going to happen with both of us, like all 3 of us, right?
Right. Do they feel the same way as
Oh,
you?
yeah. You're crazy in this time, in these day, to not move in together before you get married.
Right.
Crazy.
That is just that's just something that's waiting to just blow up.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a guy who works with me. He met a girl in the Philippines on a Christian chat, like a Christian forum.
Does he listen to the podcast?
Listen.
Does he listen to the podcast?
Probably not.
Okay, well, if he does,
Just
he knows
listen.
we're talking about him. That shit's fucking fake.
Just listen. He's a super religious guy too, and he's also very, very weird. Like, when we would leave for the day, he would sprint. He would just sprint. As soon as he hit the fucking blacktop, he would sprint to his car. And then
this guy is also 6'3" and looks like Ed Kemper, the co-ed fucking killer. He looks like a pedophile.
Who?
The guy you're talking about.
This is a different guy.
A different guy?
A different guy.
I'm not talking about the same dude?
Nope.
Okay, well, that dude drives... If that dude listens to the podcast, I'm sorry, but I don't work with you anymore, so you're weird.
Anyway, this guy... This is
you.
This is a different guy.
You got a bumblebee dick too, man.
Yeah, this is a different guy who met a girl from the Philippines on a Christian forum meeting site, whatever the hell you want to call it. Flew out to the Philippines. Somehow they let his fucking ass in with COVID and shit. And got married to her there.
This was recent.
Yes, within the last month.
Do I know this person?
No.
Fuck.
And got married to her in the Philippines and now is trying to fucking get back home with her. Who knows how he's like...
And he worked with this person.
He doesn't work there no more. Because he quit to move to the fucking Philippines. Anyway.
And I don't know this person.
No, you don't know him.
Damn it, I wish I did.
He's new. He got hired on for another shift.
Oh, okay.
And I saw him a couple times and I was like, this guy's really weird.
This is some fucking 90 Day Fiancé bullshit.
But a person I work with, his family goes to they go to the same church as her family does. And they're like, so she was talking to her mom about it. And I guess he made this big Facebook post about how, I'm fine. And I got married and all this stuff. And, I don't know when I'm going to be able to come back. It may be months, it may be years, blah, 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 all this shit. But it's like, we're happy and like posting pictures and all this shit. And everybody in his like church community is like, oh, we're so happy for you and all this shit. And I was like, she just scammed your fucking ass to get her into this country. And
is this guy fucking like butt ugly?
No, I mean, he's not horrible looking.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, he's just a weird guy. Like I said, he would leave and you work there. So you walk to the sidewalk. Yeah. There's a road that's blacktop. He'd hit that and fucking sprint up the hill in the parking lot to get to his car to leave.
He's got to get home, man. He's got to video chat his new Filipino bride.
No. he would just run everywhere. He would run.
He's in a hurry, man. Forrest Gump run everywhere, too.
But he didn't... He worked at night shift. So he'd leave at 2:30 in the morning.
The dude likes to run in the dark. He's a fucking weirdo.
He's weird. He's just very weird.
We all do some weird shit.
So he moved to the Philippines, and who knows when he's going to be able to come back. But there's also another guy who got a Filipino bride, too, and he was trying to get over there, and they wouldn't let him because of COVID and shit. And he tried a couple times, and now he's trying to he's trying to bring her over, and blah, 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 and all this stuff.
I mean, that's definitely the move.
It's also extremely expensive to do that,
Don't go over there.
Is it more expensive to get them to come here?
Because basically, you have to get married here and there. 2 separate places. So you have to pay to go over there, counsel with their government, get technically married there, pay all the money there, whatever currency they use, then come here, pay everything here, because they don't have a job and they can't work for, Cheyenne would know. I don't think they can work for a year and a half, 18 months or something like that.
After they get here?
Yeah. You have to be able to physically support them, because I think 18 months is it's the recommended time, and that's also why they earn their citizenship. You cannot work if you're on a K-1 visa until you earn your citizenship and you actually get married. So the K-1 visa is 90 days. You can't work for a year and a half after that, or a year maybe.
Damn.
Or longer.
Yeah.
You have to be able to support them for that long until they can get their citizenship.
I mean, but the thing is, there's plenty of people in the U.S. Why do you have to go?
Expensive.
Why do you have to go to a third world country and find somebody? That's why I feel like it's just a scam.
We watch 90 Day Fiancé. We have to because Cheyenne loves the show. So literally, it's people need love everywhere, and some of the stories are really heartfelt. You can tell they actually love each other, and that stuff happens. Now, does it happen on the latter side where this person just wants to take advantage of this to get a green card and skid the fuck out and, never be seen again? Yes, that happens too.
Yeah.
That is also a real thing. Does it happen more on the latter side? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably gets taken advantage of.
I just know that both of these dudes are fucking weird. Really weird. They're the weirdest people that probably work there.
And they have Asian fetishes.
Yeah.
100%.
Island Asian fetishes. Yes.
What?
Philippines is an island in Asia.
Philippines is 600 islands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Philippines has 600 islands.
Huh, so it's like a big Bahamas.
It's called the country of many islands, or the land of many islands, or something.
I thought that was the Bahamas.
I don't know the correct term. Huh?
I thought that was Bahamas. Or the Jamaica. Or no, Bahamas.
The Philippines has 600 islands.
Huh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think they speak...
That's where they make Thousand Islands dressing.
That... Jesus. But literally, in the country of the Philippines, literally speaks a bunch of different languages. Not all of them can speak to each other.
Right.
So if you go from one island in the Philippines and you go to another island in the Philippines, you might not be able to talk to the people there.
I just know these two guys.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite
No,
dressing?
I hate it. It looks like cat shit. I like ranch dressing.
Cat shit.
But I feel like the only way these two guys could find love is going to a third world country. And
well, when you're an ugly dude in Midwest Indiana, I mean, if you can't get a redneck to choose with snake bites in her lip, you got to just get somebody with a back tattoo, right?
I mean,
or somebody that's overseas.
I guess.
I'm waiting on my...
You will find your back tattooed princess, Camden.
I'm waiting on my Filipino bride.
Yeah.
Your Filipino back tattooed bride.
I feel like you got a better chance of going to a truck stop and catching a
Okay,
lawless.
what if your girlfriend, when you get a girlfriend, what if she loves new style of country music? What if she loves and wants you to go to concerts? Wants you to go to concerts with her and wants you to buy the tickets, obviously.
Yeah.
What if she loves it? She loves Luke Bryan, Sam Hunt. What if she loves it?
I mean, at that point, it becomes a deal. If I go to her country music thing, she has to go to jazz concerts.
Yeah.
Do you actually go to
No, I don't. No,
Oh,
but I also don't go to country music festivals.
Right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It wouldn't be a deal breaker though. What if she wants you to wear country stuff?
If she's trying
Camden,
to...
I got you these cowboy boots.
Okay, definitely not.
You
They're
in cowboy boots is like watching a man with peg legs.
Yeah.
Like that's how you walk around.
Yeah. That becomes like she's trying to mold me.
Change you.
Right.
Yeah, that becomes that issue.
Nobody puts Moby Dick in the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Make my own corner.
Yeah.
This bumblebee's got a flop.
I'm sure he was free flowing, but we can't just show everybody that little baby dick. So
yeah, that I probably would, just because I try and involve myself in her hobbies. Or
Right.
whatever.
And the best part is Camden loves seclusion, so you can have your own free time. Because he's definitely going to fucking take his.
Ooh,
Yeah.
albino would be nice for you, though.
Albino, why?
Because they like seclusion, too, because they're fucking vampires.
What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
What do you mean?
Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed.
Like they
I'm not opposed.
Like they hate the sun, so...
Albinos don't hate the sun.
What?
That's anemic. Anemics can't go out in the sun.
Albinos hate the sun.
Albinos,
If you wear shades inside...
Albino people, they have no melanin in their skin.
Yeah.
But what did I just say? What was it called? Anemic. Anemic people actually. Oh wait, no, anemic's not that.
Anemic means
is
you
bleed.
Yeah,
you bleed a lot. Sorry, everybody. No, we looked up what the disease was where you can't go outside, and it's not an actual name. It's like a scientific name. It's an actual disease where you can't go outside, or you get like severe
blisters.
burns. Yeah, like severe, super bad burns. And you have to, like, some people, I mean, you literally can't go outside in the sun.
Right. I don't know.
But, yeah, so Camden is searching for his long-lost
Maybe an
lover.
emo girl. Nice emo girl.
So, actually, it's a thing at work that apparently like goth girls.
Do you?
No. I mean, I'm not opposed to them.
Right.
I feel like you're not going to judge who they are. You just want them to be a great person.
Yeah, but I mean,
like any normal
who doesn't look good in
person
black,
would.
though? Everybody looks good in black.
Yeah, black is slimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think Camden just wants a mature, like, adult person.
Pretty much.
Yeah. This
Who
guy,
also
he is a
plays video
huge catch. He is a huge catch. He has a house.
Which is
my
kind of like an
goodness.
emo thing.
He can fix your house. He has a caring mother. He has a
okay.
steady job. He drives a very used
It's a piece of shit.
piece of shit car. But it is...
Don't get a Ford Focus. It's a piece of shit.
Oh, see, I gave her credit. I called it a Fusion earlier.
Oh, yeah, it's worse than that.
No, bro. Like, Ford Fusion's like the fucking Aston Martin to his Ford Focus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that thing is... But like Camden said, his family grew up being cheap asses, so he's just waiting until he can't make it to work one day.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, well, sir, we are over 2 hours.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, we will go
Okay.
ahead.
Yep.
We will go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Yep. That is the episode, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Make sure to go rate and review the podcast. Go check out all our links, all our follows, everything, email down in the description. Go follow us. We post stuff on the episode, every week. So go follow our shit. Remember, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Take care. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today. We hope you all have a safe and awesome week. Go and get some Warlock pumpkin style porter or pumpkin style stout. Sorry, from Southern Tier Brewing Co. Go and get all of their beers from Southern Tier Brewing Co. It is a awesome brewery, awesome beer, good times. All you be safe. Camden, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
We appreciate you.
No problem.
You're more than welcome to come on anytime you want. Again, I'm sure everybody's going to love this episode. So thank you again. Everybody stay safe. Much love. And remember, when life gets hard and life gets you down, you just put a bumblebee sticker on your dick.
Yeah, because it covers all.
And you milk that pig, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
We out.
I just wanna live my life without. I just wanna live.